Do you do like an intro?
Kind of, but it's a bit shit. We
Vague.
could do something better. It's
Vague.
not really.
Do you have a couple like lines that you go
No,
to? Oh,
no.
interesting. I'm surprised.
Do we? No, I think it's very like
Need-
where maybe we should.
I feel like
No.
you need like a little like call out.
No, I know. Sean says I'm very nonchalant.
Yeah, we used to have like wee sayings and like segments at the end of we used to have like a quote at the end
Oh
of the
yes.
show.
Oh, we'll do that
Yes.
maybe again.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
we used to
quotes?
do that. Yeah, if you just think of a quote that you love.
I hate thinking of quotes or like, when someone asks you, tell us a joke. I'm like,
You're put on the
I don't
spot.
have a joke
Right.
in
Okay.
my pocket.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I get that a lot, and then people are like, laugh.
Some
and I'm
people have like a full folder of jokes just waiting.
A
Really?
Rolodex. Just
Yeah.
like yeah.
It's
They're
always that.
funny.
Yeah, it's always like the uncle at the
Do you know what
Christmas
mine
dinner table,
was?
isn't
I
it?
actually do have one.
Do
Not
you?
One. One that like I had from when I was like
Yeah,
a
we're rolling, by the way,
child.
aren't we?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're
rolling.
just.
Oh,
This is just the way we do it. Just no, get into it, girl. We'll
Do you
introduce you in a
know
minute.
what it was? Why does the ocean roar?
Why?
You would too if you had crabs on your bottom. Is this authentic? Are you actually laughing?
No, I do know because I do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for like a dad joke.
That was
know
like
why.
the only joke I knew my
Oh,
entire life.
no, that was good.
I mean,
it's very like Christmas cracker joke.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
do. Like
I
I
love
don't
a
know.
punny joke. I love
Yes, I do. Sean, do you like?
Jokes. I love
No,
jokes.
no, like a bad joke. Like
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like them
yeah,
really
cheesy
bad.
puns. You have
ones,
to
I
almost, like
love it.
think about where the pun is.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
when-
hear it and you're like, oh my god, that's so stupid.
My husband is obsessed with puns. You can see him like not responding because
Really?
he's just looking for the right pun response.
Really?
To respond.
So
Like,
he always
just
kind of wants to get it
zones out.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he doesn't say it loud enough, and I hear it,
Yeah.
and I say it loud enough, so I get the affirmation.
Right.
But he doesn't care.
Do you
He's
like
like, as long as the joke was heard.
Right. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Do you like knock jokes?
Like with my children.
Yeah, I know. I do love a good knock.
Do you?
Knock. Who's there? You know.
Do you have one?
No,
what you
I know. No, I don't. Listen, guys, welcome back to the Bomb My Cherry podcast. So obviously we've got producer Sean here,
Hello.
and we have got Elanna McGowan with us today, founder of Pearl Beauty. You may know her online as well as Elle Pearls. Do people ever call you that in person?
Yeah.
Right. What's
I
your
think
feeling
most
for that?
people think my name is Elle.
So like, oh,
or
here,
Els, or
Elle.
Ellie.
Right. Okay.
Ellie Pearls, Elle's
What is it?
Pearls.
Elle or Ellie?
Elle.
Elle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right,
It's
got it
not
right.
like an original
Yeah.
stage name or anything. I think it was just whenever Instagram came out, I must have been, we were in high school.
Right. Okay.
And my best friend's brother, we were trying to figure out like names.
Yes.
Because I mean, Elanna McGowan, my maiden name, isn't like, doesn't roll off the tongue.
Okay.
And I mean,
right.
you pronounce my name perfectly,
really.
Elanna, but most people are like Eliana, Elena, Elanna. The E really messes up
Right.
the pronounce.
Okay.
You know, and I think with being North American, our vowels are pronounced very differently.
Right.
Where, I'm going really off topic here, but
No, that's.
you would say Gareth, where I'm Gareth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Gareth.
I'm like Gareth.
Gar-
or like
Gareth.
Sharon, Sharn.
Do you say Sharon?
Yeah, I'm Sharon. Yeah.
Sharon.
Like Karen is not Karn.
Karen.
Like, you know?
Karn.
It's all in the vowels that are very
Oh,
different.
whoa,
So like
yes.
Alana, sometimes I'm very like Alana, and they're like Eliana, Elena, like because of how
Alana.
I'm saying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's Atlanta without the T, I always say.
Okay. Atlanta. What do you say?
Maybe I'm not even doing that right. You know, Atlanta, the state.
Like, yeah, Real
Yeah,
Housewives of.
Drop the T. Alana.
Your name.
Yeah, to
yes,
pronounce it.
Yes. Oh, right. Sorry. I thought that's the way you said I said
Yes.
Atlanta.
Yes, yeah, to help people with pronunciation because I feel
Okay.
like I'm still like the other day someone was trying to say the person's last name
Mhm.
and they kept saying Hitch and I'm like, "Oh, like the movie." And she's like, "No, Hitch." And I'm like, "HITCH?" Like the letter? And I was like, "Oh, H."
Oh, okay. And then the tomato,
Yeah.
potato, and the
Yeah.
mhm.
I mean, 11 years here and I feel like I still sound Canadian.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Oh, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hear any.
Intonation.
Like-
I'll like kind of go a little up and down and like everything ends in like a song.
Yes.
Sounding?
I feel like I think anybody like American Canadian. I feel
No,
like it's,
all my friends that are American Canadian here are like more Coleraine than Coleraine.
really.
Yes. I think you know what it is. We came down to because I always thought, why do I still have my accent? I've never worked other than like the first 8 months that I moved here 11 years ago. I've
Yeah.
never worked with people
Right.
from Northern Ireland. I've always been self-employed.
Okay.
So I'm not
right.
around. I think you pick up, even my kids, like they sound so
Yes.
culty coming out of school.
Really?
And then after the weekend, they're kind of like monotone again.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Okay.
So it's like that balance of who you're around, who you're hearing, because it is like
my
a
God.
human connection thing. You start to like pick up a little bit of how someone talks. I'm very handsy when I talk. I'm sorry.
That's freaky. We were literally talking about this yesterday.
It's
we were
very true.
we were having this conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
What were we saying again?
We were saying it's just like depending who you're around.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I come in here and then I
Yeah.
start talking a wee bit like West Belfast around
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
I
then
think
if
like
I'm around men, like straight men, my voice goes deeper.
interesting.
And I don't realize I do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
strange.
just Patty does it too, where he
It's
like
subconscious.
goes like lower in certain tones and higher.
But then I
and-
think
yeah.
Paddy sounds slightly like that. He's
North
got more-
American.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
I
noticed
agree.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably from me.
So then tell me, what's your
Obviously
perception?
from me.
You said you've been here now 11 years.
Yeah. September 21st.
Oh
Got
really?
a little engraving.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
look.
Cute, right?
Is that
You're gonna die.
what's it?
I
Is
found
it,
this
is it
ring.
because you moved here? Is that
September 21st, 2015. And I remember finding this ring like 6 months ago. And I'm like, what was on September 21st, 2015? Like, why would I get that engraved on a ring?
Yeah.
Literally could not figure out, like, what am I doing with that? And I was like, oh, I moved countries. Like, that's pretty significant. Like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
engraved, though.
Can I ask you
Who cares?
this? So
Yes.
obviously you've been here quite a while. Do you feel, because a lot of, say, I have a lot of friends from like England and Europe and different places, and I often find whenever I'm around them, I have to, like, I start to really, like, like nearly like, I suppose like a news reporter from here. I try to really like
Try to
slow
fit in?
everything down,
Oh, 'cause you're
neutralize.
fast.
Yeah. Do you find that we talk fast?
Okay, so I'll give you a story to answer that. So we were married at this stage. We moved up to Ballymoney, and I had an MOT, which is in Coleraine.
Yeah.
And let's just say I ended off like outside of the car and he was doing it all because everything he was asking me, I was like, you're dropping so many letters and like spacing that like I
Okay.
cannot follow you. And I feel like rude at this point, like
Yeah.
asking the same question or like trying to figure out what your answer was.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you want to do this MOT yourself?
Okay.
Like, you did it. Same with like going to the chippy. I waited an extra 20 minutes because I didn't pronounce my own last name like in Ballymoney.
Okay.
That like it was called out not McGowan. I don't know
Right.
what I said, and it was like McEwen, and I was like, well, that's not my last name, so I didn't get like our chippy order.
Oh,
so like
stop
Patty
it.
does. all the McGowan.
Really? Oh, stop it.
It's the O's, it's the vowels. Like I just pronounce it.
Do you think our words all merge into one a wee bit? 'Cause sometimes I think we sound like we mumble. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
But I think that's anything like culturally. Like if I
Okay.
was to be back in Canada, I think you like there's different like Toronto, we don't
Yeah.
say Toronto, like
Yeah.
we drop the T.
Yeah.
So there's different things that you like pick up in your
Okay.
area. So I think once you're like now I can go to the chippy confidently.
Yeah. And then it's funny, 'cause, like, say, like with Canadians, like there's such like, do you ever find, I think a lot of people, Canada is its own country, isn't that right? Before I even make a fool of myself here. Sean, stop looking at me, isn't it?
I think we just celebrated like 160 years of being a country, which is very
Right, okay.
young.
Oh,
very
wow.
young.
That's
very
great.
young. Maybe 165. In and around that.
Yeah.
Which Ballymena I think is celebrating like over 100 or 150 years, something. like-
Ballymena?
Yes.
For
There's,
being
like,
a country?
No, for
Oh.
being like
A city.
Ballymena.
established. Isn't that
Ballymena is
crazy?
not a city, is it?
Yeah,
I
it's a
know.
town.
A town.
A town.
A town of.
Like Ballymena was invented.
The town of
160
Mina. The
right.
town of Mina.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That was the first thing I learned when I moved up north is like, I was like, why are there so many Bally's?
Yeah.
It's like the town
Ballymoney,
of.
Ballymena, Ballahackamore, Ballynahinch. Oh my God, there's loads.
Ballycastle.
Ballycastle,
Mhm. There's
Murphy.
a lot.
Ballyronan.
a
Oh my
lot
God,
of
shout
towns.
out to Ballyronan, Jack. That's where Jack's from. Jack
a lot
Logue,
of
shout out
towns.
to
A lot of towns.
Oh my God, there's loads of Ballys.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Ballygowan. Did we say that, or is that just water?
Oh,
No, it's a place.
That's a place,
I mean,
is it?
yeah. It
Oh
works.
my God. Did you
Yeah.
ever notice that?
Yeah, yeah. So that
Oh, right, that's not. You're looking at me very as if this
He's
isn't a
from.
big deal.
Are you Mahara?
I'm Mackerfelt.
Mackerfelt.
Yes.
Okay. Do we pronounce it or no?
So I say like Marfelt.
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 No, it
So it's
doesn't
kind of
sound
like
right.
no. But then if I meet
you
somebody,
done that flawlessly.
Thank you.
That was I can't do that.
Okay, you know what
Go
I can
ahead.
say confidently? I suck at accents. I still can't do a Northern Irish accent, which is
Okay.
probably everyone's thankful for that. But I'm really good at reciting immediately after.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like in a
yeah.
movie, if someone says something weird,
Yeah.
I have to say it.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I can say it perfectly once I've heard it. But if you tell me to do it like an hour later, it's so far off. Like I sound tone deaf to like music, everything.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I
okay.
can't.
Go-
Because
go.
Patty's very like musical. And
Yes.
he can like sing a tune. And I'm like, how is your brain doing that so perfectly?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing the same thing as you, but it's not the same song.
I get you. Do you know, I feel like I do that too a wee bit though, but then I don't know if it is maybe my delusion. Like sometimes if I'm in the car and I maybe have like Mariah Carey on, I feel like my voice morphs
Yes.
into Mariah Carey, and I'm like, I
Yes.
can't tell. Like either I sound really good or I'm hearing Mariah, but then I think my brain maybe shuts my voice out.
I
And I
actually
can only hear
found,
Mariah, and I think I'm sounding really good, but I actually sound really shit. Does anybody else do this? No.
yeah, everyone does.
Yeah.
Everyone does. I actually found, and Patty will. I feel like I'm name dropping him a lot.
Yeah.
My own husband.
No.
He has confirmed because he would be brutally honest with me.
Yeah.
I have a very niche, select musical group that I can harmonize with. The Wiggles. Very niche.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's the basic.
Isn't the Wiggles like the
fundamentals.
kids
Mhm.
program?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Two
Australians.
of my 3 children were obsessed, and I think the songs are all quite simple in like their
Okay.
musicality.
Yeah.
And I rip a harmony pretty decently.
Really?
hmm
Oh my God. Do you want to
Thank
do
you.
it? No. Okay.
I'm not an on-spot
No,
harmonizer.
yeah, we've already established that. No, fair
Yeah.
enough. So, what was your reason, obviously, for moving here? Was Patty?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay, so
Like
you moved for love.
Yeah, I knew a lot of Northern Irish people. We were mentioning earlier that
Yes.
we actually met 4 years, Patty and I, not you and I,
Yes.
4 years prior at a camp in Canada. So we
Okay.
actually met Patty and I in Canada.
Okay.
Just north of Toronto, and it's like a sports resort. We both worked there. I was dating someone else, but in the same friend group, so
Yeah.
we knew of each other.
Yeah.
And then I knew his brother. And the last year that I went to work there, I met his sister, and I think
Mhm.
that was like the whole glue of it all because we really connected. They stayed at my house after, not Patty, his younger brother, and
Yeah.
Jess. And then I just had that connection with her where when I broke up with the guy I was with, I was like, where can I go travel in the world that like I feel like I'm being independent, but it's not like Thailand at, 22.
Okay.
You know, like I'm
Okay.
not that independent. And I
Okay.
was like, oh, Northern Ireland. Like I know so many people
Really?
from camp. I know.
I feel like, why is she saying that? Or maybe no, we're great.
you're
We had the
gonna-
plan. No, hold on. Like,
Do you know what I'm realizing about myself? I'm a risk taker, but a risk adverse
Okay.
taker.
okay.
So I was all for like, yep, get my own ticket, go to a new country, all by myself. But
Okay.
I had the risk adverse fact of knowing so many people. So I had somewhere to stay, someone to pick me up. Like
Okay.
there was the risk adverse aspect of that,
Yeah.
like a little bit of a safety net. And that kind of like has followed me throughout life and
Okay.
business and
I-
choices in general.
Okay.
So I stayed with his sister. Well, his family had an apartment in Port Stewart at the time. And Patty
Yes.
was actually, I'll give you the little quick lowdown. So I booked this flight on Boxing Day in Canada.
Yes.
I was doing hair and makeup for weddings, events, and I was starting with Anastasia Beverly Hills as a pro artist and trainer all across the GTA, training Sephora's on the brand.
Oh my God. Wow.
So I was busy working on top of starting YouTube, like
Yes.
2 videos a week with like no money
Okay.
in that. The only 2 weeks that worked in my schedule were
Mhm.
these 2 weeks in March. So I was
Right.
like, book the flight. I didn't even ask Jess if like she was in the country. So she responds being like, yeah, I'm actually getting married over that. I'm like, perfect. I'll do your hair and makeup, like earn my stay kind of thing.
Okay.
So then she was like, oh, like a week before I traveled, she's like, you remember Patty from camp? Like he's traveling. So he had just quit his job with Mott McDonald and he was traveling from January to September, Southeast Asia, and playing rugby in New Zealand for 4 months before he
Yep.
got his permanent position at NIE. So he was living his best traveling life solo
Okay.
before locking in.
Okay.
So the 2 weeks in his schedule were the 2 weeks I randomly booked
Stop.
at my aunt's house on Boxing Day. So to tell you, fatal.
Yeah, I know. Earlier, I was like, I was saying to Elanna earlier about how I met my partner. I was like, it was fatal, and it's like, oh no,
I
that's
was like, so death?
that's like the negative one. I was like, oh, sorry, fate. Yes.
I know. Well, I said resignate, and
yeah.
he was like, "Are you
You
resigning?"
mean resonates? Yeah. So sometimes
It's
we
okay. We've
use the wrong
met our
word.
match. So, long story short, it was just 2 weeks of like because nothing was like preconceived of something being between us. It was
Mhm.
so natural and authentic, and I think everyone could feel like there's something here.
Mhm.
Mind you, different countries being the big
Yes.
thing in the middle. I would have been the personality to have been like, yeah, this is gonna like you're gonna be my boyfriend by 6 p.m. kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think I was like, no, like I have loved this so much. If it's meant to be, there will be a sign, something tangible that I can hold. So I
Okay.
put this like sign whole thing over 2 weeks that I was here to like kind of cement.
Mhm.
I really hope this happens, but without saying I want this to happen. Like
Yes.
nothing subliminal. So the 2 weeks happened. We all actually ended up flying out the same night. I was going back to Canada. His parents were going to the States to visit his brother who was doing his master's. His brother was flying back to the States to do his master's, and Patty was flying out to New Zealand. So we all shared a room in City North. I had a bed. His parents shared with his younger brother, and Patty had a cot.
Oh my God, stop it,
Oh
okay?
we got really close over 2 weeks, let's
Right,
just say. I
okay.
fit into the family very seamlessly.
Okay.
And so I had the first flight out at like 6 a.m. and then like still nothing, like no, like he hadn't said anything. I'm like, oh, whatever, just leave it.
Okay.
It's all going to work out, as in like life at home will be fine.
Yes, yes.
So got on the first flight. I remember taking
This is
my
you
like
moving
carry-on.
to Northern Ireland?
No, this is me coming back from my little 2-week trip in March.
Right, okay.
We're still in March here,
now.
my
Get you,
2 weeks,
get
my
you,
2 week
okay.
stint. And I was putting something above the overhead, and I looked in my carry-on and there was an envelope. And he had written me a letter and put it in an envelope and stuck it in my bag. And it was the sign I needed. And I was like, yeah. So March, moved over September, got engaged the following January 1st, married August and October. 10 years later, 3 kids and a business.
Stop it.
Fatal.
You know, what am I like though? I'm such a hopeless romantic.
It could be a book.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's a lot of details, but it was definitely meant to be.
Oh my God, it's very like Love Actually or like Notting Hill or isn't it? There's something.
Maeve Benchy book.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh my God, like opening like an airplane. I'd be like, oh my God, get off. I need to get off this flight.
No, literally, I was like, don't lock the cabin doors. So fun.
Oh my gosh.
Fast moving.
Stop. So then
Fast
obviously
moving.
then that was right. So
11
and
years ago.
what's your thoughts on this then? Because I believe that love cannot be measured by time. I think a lot of people, and I don't know if
Are you
this is
saying
good
like you need to
advice.
date someone for a long time, or give me a better example?
So what I mean by that is I think a lot of people look at love from a very rational point of view, and then I think there's two sides of it. You can either look at love very rationally, where you're nearly scared to love. You're so protective of your feelings
Yeah.
that you're nearly like, no, it has to be like you're looking for certain tick
Markers,
boxes
yeah.
to be able to give yourself the reassurance that you're making the right choice or it's
Yeah.
the right person. And then there's some people that just throw themselves so in it without any rational thought and they can often get hurt. But I think that middle ground, like I think that sometimes people,
I think it's a personality type you're talking about,
Yeah.
which is hard to like
yeah,
shift.
I suppose you can't say that, yeah.
Mhm.
But I think for me anyway, personally, I do believe, like say, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I do think that makes sense. I also don't totally believe in a soulmate. I think love is a choice.
Yes,
I know I
yes.
would have found someone in Canada and I would have made it work,
And
and vice
nurtured it,
versa for
yeah.
him. Although we do talk about that being like, would we have always thought what if with each other if this didn't work out?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think when you're from different countries, there's no like checkbox C. It's
Yeah.
one or the other has to move.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the final answer.
Yes.
So there's sacrifice involved. And I think
Yeah.
that's where you take a leap of faith, but you don't live in resentment. You don't make the other person feel guilty.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big choice with like long distance relationships.
Well, girl.
Is there an end game? Like you can't pick
Yeah.
the sea of like a beautiful option sea of like, oh, we'll all have both friends and family all together.
Yeah.
That does not
It
exist.
does, yeah.
So when it comes to like finding love abroad,
Yeah.
go into that knowing he or she will have to move and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like
You're
you
coming
know
to a
that, or
crossroad.
just don't put yourself through that.
Yeah.
That's wasteful of time
Yeah.
and like
And I think for me anyway, personally from my own end, I've always been very mindful of that. And I think now maybe I'm more at that point where that crossroads coming closer.
Yeah.
And but then I think it was something I used to always be so scared of. But
Yeah.
as you're saying there, whenever I think of whenever I first met my partner, there was like, we were meant to meet.
Yes,
That was
yeah.
meant to be.
Yeah.
And that was a very like nearly like an electric connection.
Yeah.
I felt that.
you're also
and I
like a
felt
45-minute flight.
Yeah.
So.
Which is maybe not as dramatic.
That's like a Toronto commute,
I
to
know.
be fair.
Okay, right, fair enough. Okay, like maybe like like Toronto and
think
Ireland.
you'll
but
be
yeah,
okay.
Okay, fair enough.
But yes, I know what you mean. I think the older you get,
Yeah.
I feel like you're ticking time. isn't as extravagant because you
Yeah.
know who you are better, you know
Yes.
what you want more, so you're easily decisive
Yes.
or
And
can make a
yeah,
decision better.
it
You know,
makes-
like
yeah.
you're like, okay, yeah, this makes sense, or no, this is not.
Because some people nearly,
me.
like, they'll shut something down because they're like, oh no, wait a minute, because I haven't dated enough people, so
Yes.
I maybe need to date more.
Yeah,
It's like,
between
no, no.
like 18 and 25, take your time.
Yeah.
Like,
And
for
it's-
sure.
I think
Even
for a lot
longer.
of my life, I sat in a sideline a lot and was always very observant of relationships. And I
Yeah.
was always the person that people would have came to for advice, but then also would have had a lot of, like, say, like, dating experiences, things like that
Yeah.
there. So I knew what I liked and I knew what I didn't like. And
Yeah.
the older I got, I realized that for me, it was all about the kind of alignment and value.
Absolutely.
So whenever I felt somebody that I really
Had that
resonated
with.
with, but also we
We
were
put
very
in the work.
different. Yeah.
But you put in the
But
work,
you do,
and I
you
think
have to nurture it,
Yeah,
don't you?
like it's a choice to
Yeah.
like love and respect
Yeah.
and communicate with that person, and that
Yeah.
goes for all relationships.
Yeah. and
Doesn't
it
just
can't
like
be.
magically happen.
No, and that's the thing, and what I've learned for me anyway, which is I think a lot of people fear like heartbreak, so then they don't allow themselves to really love or to really feel things sometimes, or
Yeah.
they don't put themselves out there,
Yeah.
or they maybe will shut something down instead of, they look at the
Mm-hmm.
oh well where it could go wrong instead of no, allow yourself
like-
to
That's the
experience
optimist
it.
and the pessimist, though,
Yes,
right?
isn't it? Yeah.
I can't relate because I'm definitely the
No,
optimist.
yeah, but then that is a Canadian thing, isn't it? Like,
Do you think?
Is that not like like not misconception? That is like the
I think we're
Stereotype?
known
What's
for
the
being
word?
like, oh, sorry, oh,
Assumption.
Thank you. Like
Yeah,
we're just
it's
very
like-
like,
you're very
nice.
and what say
Sorry, thank
so,
you.
so like, cause what way do they say
Sorry,
sorry, yeah yeah, but the Canadians are known to be just really 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 nice.
Yeah, like middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of connection actually between Northern Ireland specifically and Canada.
Okay.
Even like Newfoundland, there's like a lot of connection there because it was like the next point of land between the water, right?
Oh,
so like
right,
there's
okay.
actually a lot of Northern Irish people that live on the east coast of Canada.
Well, yeah.
Hence, if you were to go and hear the accent on the East Coast, it's a little bit mixed of a Northern Irish accent.
Oh, right.
Like
okay.
it's not very Canadian sounding. There's an accent there.
It's like people who have like been there for hundreds of years
yeah.
now. You know, like they were born there, but they sound like they're from
yeah.
Balahi.
Oh,
you know,
really?
Ooh, Balachi, that's a new one.
Balahi, yeah. So Balahi would be
So
like
you're not
South Derry.
saying anything. Am I adding
Balahi.
like
Well, I do Balahi.
Balahi?
Balahi.
So I need to get rid of that like
But
phlegm.
mine,
Aye.
but I would do a bit more of that. I go
You
Balahi.
go a bit more. Aye.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
it's depending on like how you want to be perceived in that area? Is there a certain person who says Balahi and a certain person who says Balachi? Are they two different people?
I'm not too sure. No, I
Or are they the same person?
I think
I
the
think
same
it's-
person, but I think whenever you're from somewhere, I think how people
You're
I would
perceived?
judge how somebody would maybe say Marfelt.
Interesting.
Like
So if
I'd say
someone goes
Magrafel.
Macra felt, I'm like, oh my, why are
Sorry,
you going
who
sorry?
says that?
Yeah. or
Do
I
people
don't-
say
maybe-
that?
I don't know.
I say Magrafel.
What do you say?
Magrafel.
Like, what is that? No, it's not it. No, do you know?
But I only know I
Yeah.
only
A
know
lot of
now
extra
because
letters.
You do
You do-
you, but it's not it. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're very protective of how we pronounce where we're from.
Yeah.
Do you know? But certain
fair.
things are easier to say than others. But I think, especially here, like, there is a lot of stuff with like your H's or your
Yes.
and your
Yes.
type
I'm
of
learning
thing.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm still like,
And can I ask you this, by the
Yes.
way? So tell me, so obviously, so that I can understand the choice to come here. So that was the element of that there. But then were you starting YouTube alongside your
The move.
like before the move? Were you doing it?
I feel like we need a graph.
So let's go back to
on
the career.
page. So came over in March.
So right.
But January is when I started YouTube. So 2 months prior to like even coming here.
Okay.
So when I moved over
Yes.
on September 21st,
Yes. The ring.
I had done 9 months of YouTube,
Okay.
but with zero like payment monetization, just
Okay.
2 videos every single week.
Okay.
Just out of pure like I was a consumer of YouTube. I
Okay.
loved it.
I
Tanya
love
Burr,
the-
Chloe Morella, the
Oh.
Pixie Woo sisters. I
Oh my
was fascinated.
gosh.
That was my like Disney Channel. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just would watch hours and hours of it. And I'm like, nothing is like professional. I mean, Pixie Woo girls
Yeah,
were, but like
yeah.
they were just girls that like to do their makeup. And I'm like, that is me. That's all I've ever known.
Yeah.
I did everyone's hair and makeup from such a young age. I'm like, I feel like I could do this, and not out of like naivety. I mean, I remember getting like the worst hormonal acne the year before this. So like I
Mhm.
started at like the worst time possible, but I was so
But
confident.
likely also the best time possible. in a way,
Probably, but like
maybe.
no one commented
Yeah.
on it. Like it was more in my head. And
Yeah.
ultimately, like I was so passionate about it, and that
Mhm.
overrid every other feeling.
Yeah.
But I got like a little pink camera that wasn't really great quality, set it up on like tissue boxes on my windowsill, and had like my background like closet with like all my old like Irish dancing trophies of above it, like so old
Oh,
school.
so what you've done Irish dancing in Canada?
Oh my gosh, I was like
Oh, right.
ranked top 3, Jerry.
Oh, right, okay, right. There
Oh
was
my
a,
People are
God.
only learning this about me, and I'm like, is this something? I guess
oh, that's
I'm
a
not Irish.
flex.
Thank you.
Hello.
I actually told Kathy when I was at the FLA.
Right, okay.
I was like, I came over here for the All Irelands and placed 6th in my soft shoe when I
Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
11.
That's brilliant.
Thank
That
you.
is.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Clap. No, that's really good. Wait, we clap button. We're loving these wee new buttons we found.
I mean, it was like 20
Oh,
years ago.
okay, so
Yeah, I had the full wig, the full like.
was there
getup
any
and
Irish
everything.
links in your family?
Zero.
Oh, right, okay.
Zero.
So
My
how
mom
did you?
had a necklace, like a little
Yes.
pendant, locket.
Yeah.
And whenever I did choose to move here, she's like, my locket was always open whenever you were at Irish dance lessons or feshes. I always knew you'd open the hearts of the Irish. Very mom.
Stop it.
Very mom.
Very. Oh, I love it. I love
So
it.
no,
I love
zero
it.
like Irish in my heritage,
Okay.
like in any case. And yeah, literally moved here.
Okay. And then, so then, can I ask?
So yes, YouTube.
But see the Anastasia at Beverly Hills
Yes.
days, was that built into the YouTube?
So
Were you
the
like-
year
like, you were
prior
doing
to
the makeup
YouTube,
and-
again, I was doing weddings, and that just stumbled across because I literally did my friend's hair and makeup for her sister's wedding one year, and this was
Okay.
when I was like 19.
Okay.
And I ended up fixing every single bridesmaid's hair and makeup, which
Mm-hmm.
gave me 7 or 10 weddings the following summer. Like it was
Wow.
just word of mouth of like no one really promoted themselves, or
Yeah.
like you were spending like $1,000 on like very average makeup,
Mm-hmm.
where I was so passionate about it and I loved doing it. And I think the style, I just really nailed that. It was very big, like blush dresses, boho, like messy hair,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was the look, and I like that was my thing.
Yeah.
And I actually started with hair over makeup. Like hair was my thing. Like I
Okay,
loved
wow.
hair. And I just kind of organically grew all of these clients just from word of mouth, because all these brides are like, who did you use for your wedding? Like who, like, and that's how I
Yeah.
had business.
Yeah.
So from that, I was like, I want to go into this a little bit more professionally. So I remember Anastasia's like right-hand man. And I always felt like a little connected to her because my grandpa was born in Romania. She's Romanian. She left
Yes.
very early. And I was like, oh, this is like a brand that I like want to work for. She
Yeah.
was so iconic with the brows
Yeah.
and like the first social media
Wow.
presence.
Mhm.
And I remember there was a job opening, and it expected 2 to 3 years experience. And I had never worked for a counter. I never went to
Yeah.
school for makeup, nothing, all self-taught. And I was the only one that was hired based off of like pure, like, I guess, no experience.
Yeah.
And just, I remember passing, like, you had to do this like whole audition. And he was like, you did the best brows and you didn't even go to school for this. And I was like, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
So brows, and we got trained by Anastasia, went for dinner. Like it was amazing. Like loved it. So our job, and I don't know if it's still the same today. I would assume so with Sephora. So our job as a pro artist and trainer, we would go to all the different Sephoras, which we had back then 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was, I think, 7 to 10 of them. And we would drive to them and train the staff on all the products, the techniques. And then you would also like interact with customers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But anytime there was a new launch or whatever, we were always keeping the staff up to date on
Yes.
technique and product and
Okay.
everything like that. So I did that a couple times a week on top of weddings or events on the weekend. And then I just loved filming and editing tutorials.
Okay.
So
And that's why.
I mean, you were like single, I had nothing. I mean, Patty, technically we were dating, but he was in New Zealand. So
Okay.
like nothing to lose. So
Okay.
yeah.
And, so it's funny, isn't it? Like the movement of life, I guess. That like you this is all kind of happening while like YouTube's starting to become that
I think
that
I also
platform.
started at a right time
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And being from Canada, there was like maybe a couple other girls that were doing it that were a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And I think my consistency and, I wasn't getting paid it, like I mentioned. I
Yeah.
remember growing like 60,000 subscribers in my first year,
Oh
which
my
was
God,
like
wow, that's
really
mad,
big,
'cause
right?
YouTube is very, very hard to
And
grow on. Very
I
hard to
remember
grow.
at Jess's wedding, which was March, the end of March.
Yeah.
And I just started, I think the 11th of January. I hit like maybe 5,000 subscribers or
Mhm.
like something under 5,000. And I remember Patty being like, this is amazing. Like from
Yeah.
a moment of like,
Yeah.
there was nothing there between us yet. And like, he is always so authentically and like out of pure like wanting to see me succeed, supported me from like day one.
Oh my gosh.
Truly out of like, how can I better this for you? And a stage of like, what's YouTube? What do you do? Like, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
nothing was weird to him in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
he was so for it from like literally before us was even a thing.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
And then because the thing with YouTube is, which I think for definitely a lot of creators here, YouTube's that one that was always very hard to break into, but there was a certain time, and I definitely think
Consistency killed you.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it was, I think, for back then, now we're so much more.
You're starting to get back into it because long
Yeah.
form, I will say, I'm so glad I stuck with it because
Yeah.
the customer of a YouTube or a
Yeah.
viewer is so loyal. I mean, if you're going to
Yeah.
watch 30 minutes of me ramble, you're
Yeah.
pretty invested in my
Yeah.
life in a nice way.
Yeah.
Where short form content is so fast moving and there's so many creators, it can get a little lost, it can get muddled, it can get nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, I did delete TikTok a year and a half ago, not from anything. I just
Yeah.
was like, this is too much on top of YouTube. Like,
Yes.
YouTube is so time consuming to edit, upload, and
Yeah.
everything. And I found like that's where I'm comfortable. That's what I
Yeah.
like to do. And I think you got to know what your strengths are.
Yeah.
And TikTok, I never made anything original for. It wasn't for me.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I love that though, because I think now, because everything is so highly fast paced and pressurized, and then I suppose content has changed so much. Like, back then Instagram, it was very much like photographs, and it was
Yes.
you
I'm
nearly
a
like,
millennial through and through. I love a good photograph.
lo-
I know
so
you
do
love it.
I do as well. Oh my no,
We love a good photograph,
Yeah.
which I'm trying to like share more like authentic moments, which like
Yes.
we're still in charge of like what we want to share and what we don't. I
Yeah.
think viewers know
But
that.
for me, I like to look at like Instagram is nearly that's my I take it
Pinterest.
very personally. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, I love like that's all like that was whenever I went on holidays and that was
Yes,
that, da, 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 da.
it's like a little bit of
Yeah.
a notebook. Even
Yeah.
like I would say our vlogs, we've watched some old videos with the kids now, and I've filmed all of my births, not a frontal, don't worry.
Yeah.
And like our wedding video, and like the kids, like Oscar cried at like watching the birth videos and our wedding
stop
video, and
it.
I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that it's almost like a
That you
visual
have that.
journal.
Yeah.
Like they get to see it as well, which is really special,
Yeah.
and they're excited about it.
Yeah.
But
But I think that's the thing. I think it has to start as a hobby. I started YouTube and then I was like, oh no, I can't do this.
you can't
anymore.
force
But
it
then
if it's not authentic.
I'll do it if I go on a holiday because I like
Yes.
to watch the holiday vlog.
Yes,
back,
it's almost
and
for your-
for
for
my
you.
own thing.
Yes,
I don't
yeah.
really care who
Yes.
watches it.
Absolutely.
But then obviously that like you are really really big on YouTube. Like
I mean, it's one where like you grew fast and then you're like stagnant. Like
Yeah.
I remember getting to like, I don't know, 230,000 subscribers.
massive in YouTube,
But you
though,
stay
like-
there for like years.
Yeah,
Like, do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I got you.
And
okay.
then shorts came out, and I just remember like putting out what I had on Instagram. Like,
Mhm.
again, not making anything original. And I gained like another 50,000 just from that because it was a
Right.
different customer or a different
Okay.
viewer because it's short form again.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm around 300,000 now. And it's still the same people though, which I think is what
I think
made
that's
me.
nicer,
It's
though.
so nice. I
Isn't it?
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Like they check in with you, they know things about your life. Like it's
Yeah.
a nice viewer.
Yeah.
Like I don't like saying customer, but I'm putting that into Pearl sense because that's why Pearl
So the
started.
chance that- right. I
Yes,
got
because I knew I had someone who saw the background, saw the like hard work, saw the passion and the, goal of Pearl
Yeah.
from
But from years ago, if
conception.
you like say like like using other products, doing reviews, doing
Yes.
like all
They
the different
trusted my-
videos,
yeah, they trusted
they've
my-
evolved
yes.
with you.
I actually was saying this
That's-
at a talk the other day where our mascara, it took 18 months to develop. I had already kind of gained a following from buying every mascara on the market because everything's smudged on my eyelashes.
Okay.
Nothing to do with like the brand's mascara because other people are like, oh, this is amazing on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, everything smudges on me. Like I get so much transfer, like it's going all over my eyes.
Yeah.
It's a me problem. And then the
Yeah.
one thing I found, or one mascara I found was 38 quid. And I was like, flip, of course, it's the most expensive one.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, I probably did great sales for that brand because I harped on about it because it didn't transfer. And
Yeah.
that's all I cared about. It was like, just I want a mascara. I don't look like I have like mascara all over
Yeah.
my eyelids by the end of the day.
I
I
got
almost
you.
created a tick. Is it a
Mhm.
tick? Is it called a tick? When like I would go like this every 5 seconds because I was
So we nearly
so
wipe it
used to
off.
like wiping my
Yeah.
eyes where I was like, if I'm not around like a mirror to check if it, because some people don't tell you either, which is even
No,
worse.
I know they're
I
the worst
almost,
kind of
like-
people, aren't
yeah,
they?
I
Like,
oh,
or
I'm
if
really
you like
bad at it.
lipstick in your teeth, and it's like
I'm
no.
known in our family for like Elanna will call you out
That's
for
good,
things.
though,
I'm
but
like,
no.
oh, you got a wee bit of something here.
That's
So,
a real
like,
one. No, that's a real one. There's
I'm
people
not
that would
doing
let
it
you.
to embarrass you. I'm
No.
to help you.
No.
Like, I don't want you to go around with snot on your.
I'll tell you actually recently I was at a wedding and they were doing like the bridal party were
Mm-hmm.
like doing photos and like was just sitting watching them all smiling
Yes.
like oh look at them getting their professional photos and I was like
You
is
saw
that photographer going to tell her that her hair's out of place and I couldn't help myself. I got up out of the seat.
We're the
and
same. We're
fixed
the same.
strand of there.
Yeah. I
And
started from a
in
young
fairness, They were
age.
appreciative of it.
Yeah.
They were appreciative of it.
I know. I think yeah. I mean, you have to do it in the right way.
In the right way.
That over the years is like delivery
Yeah.
matters. And
Yes.
I've learned that with age and maturity.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
we all have something.
Sometimes I haven't been the most subtle sometimes with that. Yeah.
Yes. And I.
Maybe it
yes.
wasn't subtle there either,
Yes.
but it was.
Yes. Yeah. You have to read your room. I think
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good person at reading my audience and, the room.
Yeah,
for
but I
lack
think
of a
my
better
brain,
word.
I always think, oh, I suppose every thought process and like every decision I make is I'm like, how would I feel?
Yeah.
So then I sit and think, well, I would hate if somebody seen that and didn't tell me.
Yes. Do you know what's a good job to like learn how to read people is being a waitress?
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
and I know it's different here because service is a
Yeah.
different industry because it's tip based back
Yeah.
in Canada still, which I think that's a controversial
Right,
topic
okay.
over here.
okay,
And I worked at this restaurant called Jack Astor's. Shout out, best chicken wings ever.
okay.
And chicken fingers, not chicken wings. And in-house spreading. And you learn quickly. You have to learn. You come in, you say, "Hi, my name's Lynn. I'm your server," and it's like paper table, and you write your name down.
Yes.
Backwards, which is a skill in itself.
Uh-huh.
And you learn quickly. Okay, this is a table. There's banter. There's a bit of crack, or it's like they just want their food served and do not talk to them. You have to
Okay.
learn your table because some servers don't like read the room on like
Yeah.
the situation. Is this a business meeting? Is it a date? Is it a family outing? I think
Yeah.
you learn to read pretty well as a waitress. And I think
Yeah.
that's where it kind of started for me.
That is true, actually. Yeah, because I worked in hospitality as well, but
Yeah.
then but also gave me the tenacity of more like how to read people, but
Yes.
also how to deal with
Well,
people.
because we're also
because you're dealing with a lot of
we're
like,
hoping for
yeah.
a tip at the end, right? So I
Yeah.
think some people in North America try and like overdo it a little bit.
Yeah.
As if that's going to earn their tip. And that doesn't always work if you haven't read your
Yeah.
table right.
Yeah, I read my more like they're assholes, right? I'm not going near them. Because we didn't care about the tip.
Oh
When
my
you got
gosh,
the
one
wait.
time I totally forgot to punch in an order for a full table of businessmen.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, thankfully they must have had too many pints because they double tipped me.
Really?
Bad.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good.
It was more of a time thing because they only had an hour break, but it all
stop.
worked out.
Oh my gosh. No, I remember one time I was doing like a residence bar. I think I've told this story maybe on here before. And it was like the residence bar of a hotel and somebody was asking for a pint of water, but we had emptied the ice bucket. So I just gave like tap water in a glass.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like melted ice water.
No. I wasn't gonna like take it out of the
Yes,
sink.
yes,
no.
yes.
And they were all like, and they were really cheeky. They were like, "Is there no ice?" And then I was like, "Oh, sorry, we've just emptied the ice bucket." And I was like, "Well, can you not go downstairs to the fridge and get more ice?" And I couldn't help myself. I was like, "Honey, like you're not staying in the Ritz." And it came out of my mouth before. That was my problem. I wasn't
You're
good. I
like-
wasn't good. I was good on like nightlife bars because I was.
They didn't hear you.
I was like a ninja because I think in nightlife you just want to drink quick.
And no one really
You don't
is
really
like
care about
no.
the service.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
yes.
I'm like, right, who's fucking next here?
Yes,
Like, right,
yes.
next.
Oh,
I
no.
was like out there, give me the money quick, right, next. I was very good at that, but service with not a
Did
smile.
they leave a review?
I gave the wrong name.
That's smart thinking. Yeah, you need to be a fast thinker.
Shout out to Calvin. Yeah.
Calvin.
Calvin maybe got in trouble. I gave his name. I was like, no.
Now he knows.
Poor Calvin.
So right, but like yeah. So with the YouTube, I get what you mean, like with reading people. So tell me this: do you ever feel like you had to read with your audience? For me anyway, as a creator, I always feel like a lot of people maybe don't understand their audience. I think understanding your audience is so important. When you say like a lot of these people that have maybe like say you're like they've watched you throughout
Grow.
a full transition of your life, I guess, and they're still
decade.
there. Like that's a big testament to your content and to you as a person, and that's the same for me as well. A
Yeah.
lot of people have been there from like whenever I worked in construction back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
I fed a seagull chicken. Shout out if anybody remembers that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I
There's-
remember
do you
that.
Right? Yeah. So
yeah.
there was loads of things
Yeah.
that people are like, "Oh, do you remember that?" And my mum and I think that's always really that's such a validating thing.
I mean, we're also consumers of content too. Like,
Yes.
I think that's what you have to think
You
is
see,
like,
I love
there's times where I'm like, oh, flip, I've not thought of that person in years where I used to have like taken every single piece of content they put out before. And I think that kind of translates to the season of life you're in. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the season when I first came over, it was like La La Land, like
Yeah.
honeymoon phase, marriage, all that. So obviously what I was consuming was probably similar because it was
Yeah.
a stage of life. Then it goes into having children and like mom life, which is still probably an area where I never overshare because I feel like that's an area on the internet that can get nasty quick is
Yeah.
like moms on moms where
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
And I
never
I
get
think
into
it's one
that.
but I think a lot of like say like mum creators are now becoming a lot more conscious with this here. I think
Yes,
that's
I do think it's a lot healthier.
yeah, it's
a
becoming
lot
it's
healthier.
becoming a conversation.
I do
think
agree.
as well, like like privacy with your children
Yes.
and things like that. And,
But even like sharing
know.
like, oh, this is what you have to do. I
There's
never,
no,
I was
yeah,
just like, oh, this is what I'm doing, but is there any advice? I think being open, because
yeah,
it's just such a vulnerable
Mhm.
time in
yeah,
general.
yeah,
And then, starting the business and then having my third only 2 years ago,
yeah,
it's been a little bit of like a up and down, up and down.
yeah,
But I think with YouTube, I knew going into it. I mean, Pearl wasn't on my like mind 10 years ago. Like I
yeah.
didn't think, oh yes, Pearl Beauty, this is what it will be, a multi-purpose stick. I
Mm-hmm.
always knew I had a lifespan
Mm-hmm.
on like social media. Like I think you're naive to think you don't.
I
And I
agree.
just knew, okay, I like it now. And not that I don't anymore. It's just I know to phase out and I want Pearl to go the distance. Like I want
Okay.
that to be sustainably f- like keep on going.
I got
So
you.
I knew, oh, if I'm still a part of it and share the journey, then all these people who've supported me will support Pearl. So again, coming back to that risk adverse part, I
Mm-hmm.
knew I had a customer when I launched Pearl. It was making sure this product was good enough to have a repeat customer and then continue forward. And I think
Okay.
there was a couple of things that, whenever the perfect storm that we always talk about being, I think if I'm correct, at the time, 5 years ago, there was no other brands in Ireland or Northern Ireland that had a multi-purpose stick
Mm-hmm.
out. And it was more of a North American thing because we were
Okay.
going to launch with lipsticks.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was known for on YouTube. I would like always swatch my MAC lipstick collection of like
Yeah.
20 lipsticks, and those are my
Mm-hmm.
ones that have over millions of views. That's
Yeah.
like what I was kind of known for. I loved a good like mauve tone lipstick,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
17 of them. So I was like, yeah, obviously it makes sense to come out with lipsticks. Like that's what people follow me for.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that just feels like one application. Like it's a lipstick and then you're done. Where I know I can put a little bit of lipstick on my cheeks and make it a blush, but the everyday customer would be like, oh my gosh, that's revolutionary. Where I'm like,
Yes.
what? Like my mom did that to me when I was 8 for Irish dancing, putting red on my
Yeah.
cheeks to give me
Yeah.
blush. Like I just thought that would be a normal fact for most people. So I'm like, I've got to really remember this is my everyday consumption.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't everyone else's like I have to really strip back and be like, what is everyday proof that feels like, okay, it does exactly what it says it does. And it's not intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a customer that doesn't necessarily wear makeup. Because I think in my industry of doing hair and makeup for weddings and events, everyone's response was, oh, I love this. I feel so confident, but I wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do this. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like there's more education to be brought here. I don't think everyone wants a full glam
Yeah.
done. And I think there's still a massive selection of people who just want that everyday
Yes.
look. I do think there's such room for so many brands. And I
Yeah.
think, I came over and I actually worked at Urban Decay for a couple of months when I first moved here.
Yeah.
And I always not got told off, but they were always like, you're not wearing enough makeup. Like you have to wear more
Yeah.
color on your eyes.
That
And
was
I'm
like,
like,
and
it's
it's
not
funny,
me.
but it's funny when you think like 2015, 16, etc. It's like
Yes.
makeup has
The cut crease,
the
Desi
cut-
Perkins.
It was
yes.
that, and that is likely why a lot of people then who didn't like that or didn't resonate or
Yes.
didn't.
There's still such a customer for that.
Yeah, there
it's
is,
just
though.
not me. I couldn't force it because it
No.
wasn't me. So
Yeah.
I think this was just such a natural progression on like
Yeah.
how I like Girl Next Door makeup.
Yeah.
One of my colors.
No, completely.
It's just me and a brand, and I think our customer we know so well. We actually our biggest response whenever we get like feedback is I don't wear makeup but I wear Pearl Beauty. And I
Right.
think that's something we've really leaned into, especially over the last year and a half,
Yes.
is like, okay, simplify the brand, get rid of the noise of things I thought would work based off of what I wanted.
It's nearly like
and
you
go
went
on
the
the
other
customer.
way of the way
Yes.
that makeup brands
Yes,
go.
just simplify.
Yeah.
Because I know our customer, again, I used to talk from like, oh, I want this because this is what I wear in my makeup
Yeah.
bag. Where now I'm seeing from a brand's perspective of like, no, our customer doesn't wear those 3 products because it's overwhelming for them
Yeah.
and they don't know when to wear it.
Okay.
So it's like they buy our put together stick, which I gave you. It's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
our
No,
top
thank
seller
you.
from 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
no, it's amazing. It
Still
is.
our number
yeah.
one seller.
Yeah.
And it's just a very basic shade of multi-purpose stick.
Yeah.
But they feel comfortable, and over 45% of our customers are repeat customers.
And that was your first product, wasn't it? So how long before we go into that part?
Apparently, that's a very high statistic in businesses that their first product launch is one of their best sellers still to their day.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, it's quite a high statistic. I don't know. Maybe fact check me on that, but I've heard that before.
Oh, wow.
Across, like, not just cosmetics.
Okay.
Like, it's normally what you launch with is like your
That's
top
what-
3 SKUs.
That's what you're like. That's your baby. That's
We
what
have
you're known for.
multi-purpose stick, our one brush, and mascara
Yeah.
are our top 3.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! Did you always think that you would have eventually came to Pearl Beauty? Because I want to properly dive into that bit.
Yeah. I think subliminally I knew I wanted a brand of product. I just didn't know what it looked like.
Okay.
Because I mean, I created Pearl Beauty Instagram account when I was 18 years old.
Oh my God. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Unintentionally knowing that it was going to be what it is today.
And is that what it was called? Like that was the title?
Pearl
That was
Beauty.
everything? Oh my, whoa.
Literally created it when I went to my first year of marketing in college, and I did makeovers for my friends. Like I just wanted to I loved before and after books. When we would go to like Chapters or Indigo, it's like a bookstore with like a
Yeah.
Starbucks in it when I was younger, and my mom would take us there, and I would just go look for like before and afters, whether it be weight, hair, make like I loved seeing a transformation because I
Yeah.
always saw the after like a sparkle in their eye. I was like,
Yeah.
people feel so good when they feel seen and feel like
Mm-hmm.
not just like the physical aspect of it, you can see like there's been a transformation.
Yes.
And I know it seems so surface level, but there's
Yeah.
something that plays into that that brought out something that was always there but stagnant.
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so attracted to that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I wish everyone could feel that. Like I
Yeah.
very much started this like Pearl at the heart is like, I want you to feel beautiful. And it doesn't need to be with the makeup, but I hope you can feel beautiful doing it yourself and
Okay.
not feeling like someone else has to give that to you. You
Okay.
can be in charge of that.
Yeah.
So Pearl Beauty, I had that probably off of like Elle Pearls. It just worked to have
Yeah.
Pearl Beauty, and it was free at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were trying to log in prior to launching, thank goodness Patty's so good at like figuring out those things, and like we got
Yeah.
the password sorted, and I had a couple DMs like asking to buy like the Instagram handle and everything because it was a great name. Like it's
Yeah.
clean, there's no dots, underscores, it's
Yeah.
just Pearl Beauty.
Yeah.
And we had to do pearlbeautycosmetics.com because it was I think like 1,500 domain. Pearl Beauty was 25K to buy. So we don't have Pearl Beauty. Someone got on that, but
Oh my God. Whoa.
25K 6 years ago.
That's it. Do you mean like
Do you know how
is that
some people
is that a
websites? Yeah, do you know how
website
some
you
people
mean?
like do websites like they just buy
Buy
domains
random-
and then they put it at a price knowing like they take a chance. I know I feel like something with Kanye West, his web like something with
Right.
that, like someone had the domain or something,
Yes.
and
yes.
they were like, oh yeah, I'll sell it to you for 50K, but I also want to be your photographer, and like it worked out in that way. I don't
Oh
know.
my God. Whoa.
But you can like, if you think that name is going to be valuable in the future, you can like buy it for like pennies, and then
Yes.
someone comes along looking for it, and then if it's the right bidder, obviously someone thought Pearl Beauty would be a good makeup brand, which they were right.
Uh-huh.
But we were like, we don't have 25K for you for that, so we'll do Pearl
Yes.
Beauty Cosmetics.
Yes. Fair. No.
Yeah.
I like you're
Yeah,
like, no,
we're
not-
like, we're
no.
good. You keep that.
Yes, like no, you're not blackmailing me with that. No, bye. So then it came because obviously then Patty would be very involved in it as well. So when did you
Yeah.
kind of then merge together? Like I said,
Yeah.
because that's what I mean. Like, is the same couples that work together stay together? I don't think.
I mean,
don't think that
for this
actually-
one,
for this one, it's worked.
it really has.
Right.
Honestly.
Okay.
I think you have to know your relationship as like a partnership.
Okay.
I don't think it's for everyone, and that doesn't make it good or bad. You just
Okay.
need to know how you work together.
Okay.
And I think Patty and I are very much, we have similarities, obviously, our core beliefs and what we want in life and goals, but
Yeah.
ultimately our brains work very differently.
Okay.
He is incredibly risk adverse, and I know I've said I am, but I'm very much risk taker.
Mhm.
He is, I mean, he's not as pessimistic, but I'm the optimistic. Where
Skeptical.
he would like Google a little bit more before
Yeah.
I'm like first link.
yeah.
That's the answer. First link.
Okay.
First option.
Yes,
like
I
I'll
get
just
you.
I don't faff around with like making decisions.
just- okay.
And that I think is a strength of mine. I
yeah.
can make a good decision, but I also can take ownership over bad decisions. I'm also good at calling out where I'm not strong in, and that's where I was like, well, I can't be the CEO, like that's not my strength.
Mhm.
So basically, well, we remortgaged our house to start Pearl. Like that's how like it came about, because we didn't get like a
Wow.
really cheap product. We got one of the highest manufacturers in South Korea to create a really beautiful cream multi-purpose stick, and MOQs
Yeah.
in makeup aren't like a couple hundred. It's over thousands,
Yeah.
thousands. And
Oh my
yeah, so
gosh.
we remortgaged the house, and I think
Even
again-
that scares me. I'd be like, ah.
I know, but I think that's the risk taker in me. The risk adverse part that Patty was okay with is we knew we had a customer.
Okay.
If I had no social media platform, it would have been incredibly scary, because you're like
Okay.
putting it out into the wild. And I'm sure you come across, even you, Sean, like
Yeah.
you come across like brands every day where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this existed. Like this is
Yeah.
amazing. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was no like founder led approach to it, or just no marketing that hit you. Like even with other countries, like, wow, I didn't know this was even a thing.
Yeah.
So I knew, oh, I have that customer. I know I'll have that support purchase, like I mentioned. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
how do we go past that support purchase? Like where they're like,
But even at that, there's
Okay.
still no guarantee with that, because sometimes
No.
it's this thing where, like, you know, and there has been these, like, I suppose, like strategies or whatever before in the past where you have seen maybe like creators or people from a YouTube background or maybe have like a public profile and then they go
Absolutely.
into like they're like, right, I'm going to
Absolutely.
move into like a business thing, and it doesn't always
Absolutely.
translate the same way.
Like the tea towels.
Oh,
Did you do tea towels?
Sean, you are so shitty.
Wait, do you do tea
Sean,
towels?
I am aware.
Wait, I love
Yes,
a tea towel.
I brought it. Sean!
I can cut that.
Sean, no, do not cut it out. Do not.
Can you show
Sean,
me
no,
a picture?
He is so
I want to see a picture.
Sean,
What was it
anybody,
called?
Sean, that is shit. I
What
am
did you call
baby.
it? What was it called?
So I brought out tea towels. It was like a collaboration. You know Tully he is. Like I
Yes,
love all their
yes,
jumpers and
yes,
stuff,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
But the tea towel it was just my stupid idea. I was like, can we bring out like tea towels? And it's gonna say like my mum said that, and my mom was raging. She one time there was this video I was making asparagus, and it's this iconic video. People always would come up to me and say it. It was like my mom goes like, Jared, the whole country doesn't need to know what the fuck we're getting for our dinner.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, that would
yes,
be
I
really
remember
funny
that.
on like a tea towel with like
Yes.
a wee graphic of an asparagus. So anyway, we done them, and then like
Did it
was
sell
it
out?
was a hard sell.
I think the language in it,
It was
might
a
have
hard
been
sell.
the
Maybe.
hard.
But I thought people would love it as well, like a tea towel. Just
I
you
think
could
your
put it on
customer doesn't have the money for it.
It's
That's probably what your answer was.
I don't know.
Younger
Yeah, because I
customers.
think to manufacture it and to make it and then the price point for
Wait,
what
did
it
they
was,
make
it was
it?
what?
Did they make the tea towel?
Oh yeah, they were made. Oh, like people did buy them.
How many did you make?
I think like 100. Stop it! I'm so mortified.
I love this.
Shout out to Tully Hayes, by the way. I got her
love
ripped in there.
that.
God love
So
her.
sorry.
Oh my
He is
goodness.
so
No, you know
shitty.
what? She believed in you, so
And
that's all
then,
that
like me
matters.
and my mum done these wee photos of my
your mom.
and I thought I was like, these are gonna
You should
sell
have
out.
gotten her
I was like, these are
face
gonna
on
sell
it.
out on a second. But then one time also, I'll tell you this, I done a Christmas crafts fair. I used to do art back in the
Yes.
day. I was like, this is gonna be a hit because I was big in Snapchat back then. And honestly, the only person that bought something from my stand was my friend Catherine.
Oh,
£25 canvas of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. I know. And like
She's still your friend?
Yes,
Well, that's
aye,
important.
she's a close friend,
That's
and
good.
God love her.
Shout
like
out
that, like
Catherine.
that's where I knew like she was a real friend at the end. But
OG.
yeah. So and then that was why whenever it came to us doing like live shows, I was so apprehensive about doing them because I was like, this won't.
Well, you found your tea towel.
I suppose it's knowing the thing that
Yes.
aligns to you
Yes.
that would sell.
Yes.
So
I think you
remember,
learned that in a
I was like, I've
brand.
had so many flop ears, and
Yes.
that's no like flop to
But you
tell
need that.
I'm the
No,
flop. Like
I told you it was a great idea too.
you did tell me it was a
Sean
great
is the
idea.
flop.
Yeah.
Sean's the flop advice.
Because then we were thinking, oh, we'd love to do merch. I'm like, I'm not going down that road. I'm not doing all the merchy stuff because it wouldn't sell. Do you know? It's like it's knowing what would sell.
Sean's still, he's writing down ideas on that
Yeah,
notepad.
I've
I've loads of
come up
really
with
good ideas.
mugs
I've
and-
loads of really good
do. You're
marketable
very
ideas. The
good
problem is
at
they're
ideas.
gimmicky. Does that make sense?
People
they're
like
niche.
gimmicks.
I'm very
But
niche.
that's your customer if they like that.
but
there
that is
hair
a
on-
niche market. Do you know
is
what
there
I
hair
mean?
on my lip?
No, you're all good.
I hate when that
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
Meanwhile,
what you
your
mean.
audience clearly, like, you know, there's a lot.
Do you know what it is? It's also like having the vulnerability and humility to learn your customer. I
Yes.
think you can really push like what you want and what you want to work based off of what other brands are doing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it might not be the exact direction you want to go.
Okay.
But then if you want to grow your audience and really hone in on it, and that's what we've done from the last year and a half is like, okay, let's strip away all the noise and like what products work, why do they work? Okay, let's excel in those brands. Now let's really like enter into like the customer. Let's do more customer focused events. I know
Yeah.
I've been to so many events and that's lovely, but like the customer's the one supporting the brand. They should be at the event. So
Yeah.
we've done so many of those since, and it's just really I think excelled that like customer brand loyalty
Yeah.
where they feel like, oh, like we have so many customers that buy full price. Like they don't wait for a sale. They
Yeah.
just are like, no, I repurchase my
'Cause they love it.
mascara, my
It's-
multi-purpose sticks, my lip gloss. Like those are
Yeah.
like my everyday
Because
staples.
you do find with makeup, I do find you do have your comfort products.
Absolutely.
You know,
we
and
always
there's
said, I've
people,
always
you
said
know-
I wanted a MAC customer. You go in and get
Yeah.
your NC30.
Yeah.
You're not like questioning what you're
Because
going to
it's
get.
funny
You're
because
going to
say
get it.
marketing wise and branding wise, Mac is very much coming back up in the scene again. But some
Yes.
people are like, Mac's never went away from me, honey.
No,
do you know
it
what
was
I
always
mean?
there.
It's like
Yeah. Or Estee
Velvet
Lauder.
Teddy.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love Velvet Teddy. Great
Mhm.
color.
Yeah.
So I think you know what you know. And I know there's always like, you have
Urban
your.
Decay All-Nighter.
Yes. Yes. Pillow Talk,
Yeah.
Charlotte Tilbury.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
every brand has its workhorse. That's
Yeah.
inevitable. Like
Yeah.
your top 3 SKUs that are making like
Charlotte Tilbury for me is flawless
70%.
filter.
Yes.
Yes,
You have like
right.
70% of your sales with those workhorses.
Mhm.
And then you have a little bit of like fluff for like the new customers, a little bit
Yeah.
of like sparkliness, but it
Yes.
doesn't sit the same. It doesn't
Okay.
like move forward. So I really wanted to expand our workhorse range of like, okay, this is what people will die for and keep coming back for.
Mm-hmm.
So let's expand that in different shade ranges and
Okay.
different ways of like
Yeah.
keeping them
Using
coming
that
back.
product that they love in the formula. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's very smart. But it is that I
You
think
go through your ebbs and flows though, Jerry.
Yeah, and I would
Ups and
imagine.
downs.
I would imagine, but I think, and it's funny you say that though, and this is like we'll laugh like that was so shady off Sean bringing up that detail. But the one thing I will say is, I think only in the past year, I suppose maybe the past year or 2 years, I've only started to really realize it is very, very, very important to own like your flops, your failures, your floppier, whatever. And I've seen like Zara Larson talk a lot about this, where like she was saying about like as a music artist, you know,
We're
like
human. There's
you know,
human
yeah,
error involved in that.
we will all feel and everything.
I do think women are harder at that though.
Yeah.
Like I think there's something,
There's a higher
I'll speak for myself. I don't want to
Okay.
speak for all women.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something where I think I had a point to prove, probably not that I had people thinking I couldn't do it, because if anything, I had quite the opposite. I don't think
Yeah.
I had one person thinking I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I've always had such incredible like support and guidance, and yeah, this is like I don't think anyone else could see me doing anything else.
Yeah.
But then almost it gets to like, okay, well, I've done this like YouTube myself, so like I can't ask for help because I've done this.
Yeah.
So that stubbornness probably like backfired in my 20s, where I will say moving here, credit to Patty's family, they're so good at conversations and just like really helping each other out. Where like our first emails and even newsletters and pamphlets, his mom like proofread, like being a teacher, like we like were before I would have been like, oh, absolutely not. Like I've done this, like I'm putting it out before, and like I wouldn't have asked for help like that. Where like Patty would be like, oh, are we gonna send this to mom or just to like proofread? I'm like, what? Like that wouldn't have like crossed my mind before, where now I'm like, okay, does this look good? Like I want to utilize other people's strengths because I know I definitely don't have the full repertoire of that.
Yeah.
And I think that makes you stronger. Like really, especially women, if you can like connect with other business owners, or they don't even have to be a business owner, just like connect with others, and like you're stronger in numbers. Like I think there's something really cool about that.
Yeah.
And like owning it. And I don't know, I think you can go a lot further that way.
I get you. And I think I found that definitely with this podcast. I think before that, I maybe would have always, and Sean always says this
there was
to
an
me,
era of like, you don't.
like you stay in your
communicate.
own lane and you do your own thing.
Prove a
and you were
point,
very
like,
much like
hustle culture, like
that type of thing, And I think as well, like you didn't really, like you cared nearly more about your appearance of how you were perceived.
That's a millennial problem, though, I do think.
Yeah.
And I think if you can own it, self-awareness is so underestimated.
It's an
so
Instagram
underestimated.
problem, like.
It is.
Very Instagram code,
It
yeah.
is.
You know
very
what I
big.
mean?
Let's
It's like
blame Instagram.
we're
You're
the
right.
Instagram generation.
And
like,
I nearly
you
would
know.
have been, say, I would have went to events where I'm going to act all nonchalant. Like, why would I go over and introduce myself? Like, I'm all right. Or, like, I would have been very that kind of way.
Yeah.
And
I think that's maturity growing up. Not that, sorry.
Yeah.
From that, you get maturity. And, like, everyone goes through, like, I'm too good for
like
this
too
stage.
cool for school.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all. I think more in your 20s. I think the old.
That's
We were
the-
talking about
Plus
like
30s.
between like 32 to 35. I don't know. There's this like, I've already messed up and it's 8 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Keep
not like
moving.
my identity. And I
No.
think like people like putting all this like the good and the bad as who they are and their identity. I'm like, that just like only limits you. Like, let it go. Don't live in it. Like, it doesn't like.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. Just
Yeah.
I also think for the last like 10 years, everyone's like online thing has been very.
we know too much.
Everybody's brand safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so
Yeah.
I think we just consume far too much for the average person.
Yeah.
Far too much. Like we just need to touch grass,
Yeah.
touch a cherry.
Yeah, no, I think like completely right though, and like that's something that always comes up. There's certain things that will always come up in episode
Honestly,
conversations, and that is like
Yeah.
the touch grass thing, and we're too chronically
We're all
online.
aware of it, but do you do it?
No, that's the problem. I think we're
good at saying
we're
it, but
currently on a
applying
hamster
it?
wheel. Yeah,
We always say like to our
we're
kids,
self-aware of it,
Yeah.
but we don't know how
I think
to.
having kids does help. Not saying that you need to have them to
No,
be
I
aware of
get
this,
you.
but I
There's
do
a-
say when I'm saying you have to show me this, don't tell me this.
Yes.
Like let me see it where I'm like, oh, I still have to do that. Like I'm still very much aware of like I have to take that on board as well as teaching it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I got you. And it's like I think sometimes it's like I suppose maybe even for some parents maybe listening to this or maybe like it's like, you know, kids rely on you and need you for certain reasons, so you're nearly pulled out of it.
Yeah,
You're nearly
yeah.
pulled out of the whole of it sometimes from the
Yes.
responsibilities of your
I will
life.
say, I think starting Pearl Beauty with Oscar was just born when we started like manufacture hunting and all that was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we launched, he was just turned 1. It gave me perspective. I think
Okay.
I always knew, okay, I don't want to be top 5 beauty brands. That's not my goal here.
Yeah.
I want this to be sustainable. I want it to grow. I want it to scale. But I also want to be in my children's lives. Like, we
Yeah.
still are very balanced in that. Like, we don't have full-time care. I will say Jane is a saint of a person, my
Yeah.
mother-in-law.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
helps when she can. And I mean, we have a really close-knit community. We have it takes a village.
Yeah.
That is a saying for a reason.
It's
But we don't
true.
have full-time care with our youngest still. Like, we're still very involved in our kids' lives.
Yes.
And I'm not condemning people who are pushing their
Yeah.
own business, but I don't think you get these years back where your kids are super, super reliant on you and
Yeah.
wanting to be with you still all the time. And again, you have to do
Yeah.
with what works for you. And I've talked to Patty about this so much where I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think I could do either or 100. Like, I
No.
do need that balance of both of us.
Yeah.
And I think we're really good. I'm a verbal processor, obviously, as you can tell. I talk so much here.
Yeah.
But with
That
Patty,
which is good for a podcast episode. Don't worry. Yeah, like don't worry. Check the box.
wait for part 2. It's going on for so long. But we always talk about this, and I don't know if we're going through our quarter life crisis together, but we're
Mm-hmm.
always like, we're so grateful. Health is definitely at the number one. We're like, oh my goodness, we have our faith, we have our health, we have our family, we have friends, and like we have a business that we truly love and we want to
Yeah.
grow. Like, that is good. That's
Yeah.
rich in life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, completely. Yeah.
I think if you're always comparing or wanting more, that doesn't stop once you get it. Like, what is
Yeah.
your like baseline of contentment?
Because I think that's I think you're in it is that like the cycle of always trying to fill
You
a
can
void
call it
and
out.
you could fill
Everyone
it.
can call that out. They get exactly what they reached for, and then it's like, and what?
What next?
What,
Yeah.
what else? Like, it
And it's
gave you a
like-
wee dopamine,
And
and then
it
it's
can be,
like,
say, like you know, like with say like how you look, like obviously like you know like body image and things like that is such a big like conversation too, and I don't want to touch too much on that, but you know it's maybe
saying
that
I
like
look really
right, you
good.
maybe get like a so no, you look gorgeous. So do I.
you
It's,
do. Does he
um,
look so Canadian today? I think he did it for me.
Don't
Very
Eh?
Canadian. Well, he has a jean
Sorry.
jacket with his jean. Sorry. It's more in the R.
Tim Hortons and whatever. Celine Dion, is that Canadian?
Justin Bieber, Drake,
Justin Bieber. Yeah, oh right, yes,
Hockey.
Drake. Oh, right.
Ryan Reynolds.
Mhm.
We've
Is he
got a lot.
Canadian? Oh, wow.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Oh
We've
my
got a
God.
lot.
Go,
I
you
love
Canada.
Canada. We love
Rachel
Canada's Drag Race.
McAdams.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is she Canadian too?
Oh my gosh, Jerry, we have the best.
Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Well done, Flex.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Did not know
Thank you
that.
personally.
Yes. Well done. Go you. Well done. Another clap. We'll not do the button.
You know,
But-
I had a friend who like came over here, met
Canada?
from Canada, met someone called Patty, and then like and stayed here for a while. I think they broke up now. But,
Oh.
but like it's funny
wow.
that that's a like
That's
we.
Did you know Patty was born on St. Patty's Day?
Really? So is that why it was
He's
called
the
Patty?
real Patty. That was
Yeah.
a fake Patty.
No,
Oh my God. Is
His
that why
dad was
he-
also born on St. Patty's Day.
Is his
But
dad
he's-
called Patty? No.
No, he's
Oh, right,
Peter.
okay.
I think it was
Oh,
more
okay.
controversial back then.
Right. Okay.
He wishes he was.
So he's born in the 17th. Oh my gosh.
Isn't
Oh,
that funny?
stop it.
Mhm.
It's no, it's kind of like I didn't want to say it's corny, is it? No.
I mean,
you
you know
would
Patty.
say no,
He's
aye.
not like corny.
No, 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 no.
He loves a good joke. He is a wee bit corny, but he doesn't look.
corny though.
He's down for a joke. He can make fun of himself.
Yeah.
That's something that like I think drew
But I
me
don't
in.
think corny's it. But like, do you find corny? I think we're a wee bit. Do
I mean,
you
he's a
find this from
dad.
coming here? Do you find, say, obviously socializing, meeting different people from here or whatever? Do you think we're a bit like backward? Not backward in the.
I think there's a lot of
we're a bit like
cultural
we're a bit like
similarities.
like oh God I couldn't or oh God that's a bit much or we're very like that. We're very like
Yeah, I think you guys doubt yourself
duck and
before you even
cover.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's like a self-sabotage in that.
Yeah.
I would say it's grown since. Like,
Yeah.
I will say, when I first came over here, I was like, yeah, I do YouTube, like all this stuff. And then
Yeah,
I almost like read the room of like, people still have Facebook pages. Like, they're
Yeah.
looking at me like, oh, that's weird. So I almost started to
Aye.
say, oh, I just do hair and makeup at home. Like, I
Oh,
changed
yes.
it.
I hate that we had that effect
I
on
literally
you
like
because that is such a very.
But I know
my
and, like,
confidence lowered.
Oh, and I'm not lying. Like, you see, if I was sitting there, like, I could be like, oh, God, that American's a bit much. Like, apparently she's Canadian, actually. And we're just a wee bit like that, aren't we?
You know what I
So you're
will
rolling
say?
down the
Sorry.
You know what I will say? In the 11 years I've been here, one person, a butcher in Ballymoney, shout out. Because whenever someone says, oh, what part of America are you from? I say Canada. Oh, so sorry. Which, I mean, my mom's American, so I don't
Yeah.
care. I said, oh, I moved here. And he's like, what brings you from Toronto to Ballymoney? I'm like, oh, my husband. And he's like, best choice you ever made. One person has said that. one person. Everyone else is like, why'd you move here? Why'd you move here? I was like, I love it.
I don't, and do you know what? It took me a long time. I used to, whenever I was young,
You
I used
guys
to-
are hard on it,
Yeah.
but you love it.
We do, yeah.
You love it.
Completely.
I love that part.
And I think
Loyal.
the more I've realized, the older I've got, I've developed such an appreciation for
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And I think
Everyone has it. Just needs to be nurtured.
that part that's the negative is there's something so endearing. If you,
it's the
like,
sarcasm.
take it with a
Comedians
pinch
have
of
that
salt.
too.
Yes.
Like we can take a joke. We
Yeah.
can take a harsh joke because we
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
give that sarcasm banter.
Yeah.
Which is why I think like there's a lot of like, you know,
Mhm.
crossover. I think we have that dry sense of humor and we can
Yes.
make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that's where I find a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
I also grew up with brothers, so like I mean
Okay.
I can take a harsh joke.
Yeah.
Trust me.
We're just more like dry people, aren't
yeah.
we? Like,
but
it's-
like such good people. Like
Yeah.
the friendliest people.
do you know? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all my friends and family love coming here.
Really?
Love
Oh.
coming here. Honestly, every single time. I mean, I think my brother would change his opinion now, not on one aspect of it, but when he came
Mhm.
like years ago, I mean, I think it was probably 8 years ago, he said he wouldn't come back for the girls or the food. But
Okay.
I feel like we've evolved.
Right.
I mean, he has a lovely wife now, so
Oh,
like,
right,
I
okay,
would hope
right,
he doesn't
okay,
come
aye.
back for that.
Okay.
But he also was on the train off hours where it was like 60s ride free, you know, so it
Okay.
probably wasn't great grounds
Right.
for options, you
fair.
know.
Fair.
And
Wasn't
I
a
feel like the
match.
food scene here, especially in the last 5-6 years, has
Completely.
exploded.
Yeah,
Completely.
we got a poutine stand, so
I know,
you know.
and it's Canadian.
yeah, there
It's
you go.
really good. The cheese curds, it's all in the cheese curd.
Really?
Mhm,
Yeah.
It can't be just mozzarella. Patty, that was one thing because I loved a poutine.
Okay.
If you're in Quebec, it's poutine. And I was like, oh, I just really am craving a poutine. And he was like, oh, cheesy gravy chip. And I was like, oh, is that what it's called here? And he was like, yeah, I'll go get you a cheesy gravy chip. I remember opening the
Oh,
styrofoam package
blow.
and I was like, is there anything but gravy in it? It was literally soup of gravy. And then I could kind of start
It
to
nearly
see the
looks like a
like
French onion soup, doesn't it?
mozzarella
Yeah.
through it. And then it was like all glary on top of one. And he was like, isn't that beautiful?
Do you like that?
Love it.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, I am a bit of like a food slut. But the thing when it comes to like the dirty stuff, but the one thing I couldn't have is
I
like a
think I
curry
had,
cheesy
like-
chip or a gravy
Oh,
cheesy
curry.
chip. I'm
There's
like,
some food combinations that I'm like questionable, but I think every country has that.
Yeah.
So like I don't judge you on that.
No.
Like I know we probably like my brothers had like ketchup sandwiches. Like I remember vividly them having like
Oh,
a ketchup
no.
sandwich, and I'm like, ugh.
What about
Then
a
you
jam
guys would have.
sandwich?
Well, yeah, it's jam.
Yeah.
Jam
aye,
and bread.
okay. Jam sandwich, Sean?
Aye.
Yeah, aye.
But
like,
here,
chips,
do you
butter,
have
and
jam
bread?
and butter? in it?
No, just jam.
I have jam and butter.
Oh, no,
and,
no,
it, and
I
it
need
turns.
butter.
No,
I
no,
need
no, no,
butter.
no,
I
no,
need
no.
butter.
Have you ever done a crisp sandwich?
See, that's one where I feel like that's a lot of dryness. There's a lot of
See,
dry.
I do love that. I've realized I am quite dry.
Patty loves a chips or crisp
Crisp sandwich, yeah. Does he put butter on it? I don't. I go cold.
Oh,
I
no,
go
you have
completely
to-
dry.
You have
Are
to-
you cheese and onion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Patty is.
Oh
a
my
cheese and
gosh,
onion. Yeah,
right?
loves cheese and onion.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything else.
No.
One time I tried it,
feel
but
like
like one time I must have been like in a really bad mood. I had like
Butter.
so like you know like a crisp sandwich, say like Walkers or Tato, like
Yeah,
them
yeah.
like we like kind of wafery crisps.
Yes.
One time and so it was like and then like Hovis bread or whatever.
Yes.
One time I had like a Monster Munch baguette.
Ooh.
So like imagine
Oh,
like
Patty
a
loves
baguette,
Monster Bread. Oh,
like
my
cuisine de
goodness.
France
Yes.
with like Monster Munch.
Like crumb central. Patty loves a Monster Munch.
Oh my jaw
Pickled
was sore.
onion.
Don't pick that up.
I mean, I
yeah. No.
not my go-to.
No. And what Irish delicacy or Northern Irish delicacy do you love?
Do you know what I remember being disgusted by, and now I'm like, that hits so hard. Beans and toast with cheese.
I love beans and toast. Great.
love it.
I love beans and toast.
And but I'm a bougier version. I prefer Parmesan on top, not like mozzarella. Really good. Love it. Canned, low sodium.
But see, I rarely put cheese in it.
I can do it without cheese, but I
Yeah.
think I like the flavor.
I know the comedian Kieran Bartlett. He does like a different wee variation of that, right? Where he grounds up an oxo cube, you know, like a
No,
beef
that's-
stock cube,
yeah, the whole thing.
the whole thing in the beans.
Whoa,
And-
that's a lot of flavor.
Yeah,
A lot of
and
flavor.
has that on his beans and
No,
toast.
stop.
That's too
please.
much.
I
That-
tried it
I would
before.
have like, you know, in your roof of your mouth after like a pineapple, like it would be so sore.
Yeah.
He's gonna start gagging.
No, I have a phobia.
Oh my gosh, his eyes are all
know
watered.
this. You know that. Like, why would you even bring them up?
Because
Did you bring them up? You brought them up.
what?
Could you
I have
never
a
say that?
phobia of beans.
Is it because of the,
Oh,
sorry, the way
be-
it looks? Are you a
you
whole
know this, and then
person?
you're sitting doing a bloody
Are
TED
you
talk
a
about
holes,
beans.
holes person?
Yes, try to like
yeah.
a
My
whatever the health
sister-in-law is
phobia.
too. She
yeah.
can't have like an orange peel. Like she really gets grossed out by
Yeah.
orange peels.
No.
Or like
Say
crumpets.
Passion fruit. No, you can't have a crumpet.
A crumpet.
You can't have any honeycomb,
I
anything.
love a
No,
crumpet
no,
because
no.
it like pools the
And the-
butter and honey.
But here, have you like back to the poutine? Have you had
Beans.
no
poutine.
like
Like a proper poutine, not a cheesy
No,
gravy chip.
no, I haven't. No.
I should
You
take
have
you to
Yeah.
you should do
after this
that.
deficit. I'll take
Okay.
you.
Because
What is, so is it like a
So it's the
Poke
right. It
kind of
has to
thing?
be skin on chips, finely
Yeah.
cut.
Okay.
And then the cheese curds are mozzarella, but they're curds. They're not like perfectly
What's
cut.
a
So they're like
curd?
balled up
Like
cheese.
wee
So you know
balls.
mozzarella when you make it like in
Yeah.
the water, like it's like mozzarella ball. It's
Yeah.
like small curds of that.
Okay.
And then the gravy has to be beef, not chicken.
They got beef gravy. Okay.
Not too thick, not too thin. It has to melt the curd though.
and the
And
wee
it's quite
stall
stringy.
here. Sometimes they have like they put chorizo and hot sauce in it too.
That's getting too fancy. You just want
And
cheesy gravy chip.
But
Okay.
it is a great combo.
Really?
It's so
It's
good.
really nice.
Wee poutine, right?
Wee poutine,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out.
Shout out,
Look
shout
at
out
that.
to Wee Poutine.
Shout out.
Get Jerry a classic
Please.
poutine
I'd love to
Yeah.
try that actually.
because
That sounds nice.
it is
It's lovely.
beautiful.
Okay, it sounds less like gravy cheesy chip.
No,
Do you know?
It's a
Oh.
fine. You know what it's really big for? Après ski. So if you're like skiing all day, like you want a
Oh.
poutine. It's like hearty,
this.
warm, salty,
I
and
love
like
the idea of a wee ski holiday.
Oh,
Yeah, like imagine with the
too.
moon boots on, eating it. Yeah,
I feel like moon boots are out,
I think they are. Yeah, I know.
but you can bring them back.
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm actually terrible at skiing, but
It used to be really good. I haven't gone in like 10 years.
There's loads of ski places in Canada, isn't there?
Yeah, loads. But like, I would probably go to France or somewhere closer here
Closer,
because I think
yeah.
they're more iconic than
Yeah.
Canada. But yes, so many options. Like in the winter, every single weekend, you just like go an hour each direction, and there's
Oh my
some
gosh!
kind of
Wow.
hill.
Oh my
Nothing
god.
like revolutionary, but like enough to like ski
Yeah.
or snowboard. Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, stop it.
Gorgeous. I do love.
Have you ever tried a Chinese here?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's such
Yes.
a random
Okay.
thing.
Shout out Hatcha in Dervik. We get our family. I actually think I have the whole list. It was one of my most screenshotted orders. Like, tell me you're in Northern Ireland, but that would be.
Stop it, right?
So most Fridays throughout the year, we would have Family Friday where we would have the family at our house. And there's two kinds of Chinese, right? You can go to Mao, which you've been in Ballymony, where you get the box. And that's like an individual delight, right?
Yeah.
You put everything in one for you, for your own purposes. But when you get a family style, you're getting like all your boxes, right?
Mhm.
So Patty does the order, so I might not get it totally right. You obviously have your rice. You have to get garlic chip, not your regular chip. The garlic chip, it's really good.
Yeah.
One curry for my father-in-law, loves a curry, and I do too. I need a bit of sauce.
Same.
And then you have the beef chili. You have the chicken chili, an orange chicken. Sometimes I like to go rogue with a little prawn dish. No one else in the family likes it. That just is showing my preference, obviously.
Right.
There's another kind of red Peking, the red ball Peking one,
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes a chow mein. Really good.
Okay, that sounds amazing,
Thank
but
you.
I have an opinion, and
Okay.
I think you're thinking the same. That's so Canadian, isn't it?
Is it?
That's very different.
That's so
very
different. That's so.
Do you think they all
that's
love
so-
it though? I don't pick it.
That
That's-
sounds great.
That's so like.
What's the Canadian aspect?
It's me being a wee bit like.
Is it bougie?
It's me being very preservative of here and thinking like it's.
This is
given-
also sorry for like 4 families.
No,
like
I
this
get
is
that.
a lot of people.
I get that, but it's the order.
Okay.
The order is given like you know that thing like. It's on the menu, but you would never think of ordering it. You wouldn't even know what it would taste
That
like.
is
because
very
you're
North
kinda like that.
American because
And
I'm
it's
going through and Patty and
very-
his sister are always like
It's very like,
I'm
like
like,
chicken
"Ooh, what is that?"
teriyaki. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, wow. Like, just get a salt and chili chip. Do you know
Salt
what I
chili
mean?
chip.
oh, we do get one
Salt
salt
and chili
and chili.
chicken,
We
salt
do
and
get
chili
one.
chip.
we
and
do
Salt
get
chili
one.
chip,
Yeah.
chicken
You know what I
curry.
mean?
Sometimes we get a beef and black bean, but it doesn't always go down.
That
well.
sounds nice.
Or a chicken and black bean.
The chow mein was the thing that sold it for me. I know a lot of people do love chow mein.
See,
but
I
it's-
really fell off of chow mein when I was pregnant with Josie because it just smelled like cow.
Okay,
It wasn't
right,
giving
okay.
the right aura.
Right.
Actually, I went off Chinese completely when I was pregnant with Josie. The smell was
Okay.
just like didn't
Just
do it.
right,
But
okay.
his family love a good family Chinese night.
Right. Well, do you know what? Orange chicken sounds nice.
Oh, really? No, Peking chicken. That's
Peking
that's
chicken.
you know when it's like a little bit of a ball, a little bit of a coating, but not really, and it's like
Right.
chunky. It's not strips.
Yes. Oh.
Really gorgeous, really good. We get 2 of those because they go down a treat.
Okay.
And better like chicken. It's not the crispy ones where you're like, is there chicken in it?
Well, that's my favorite.
Yeah, Patty loves that
Like
too.
I'm vegan. I don't want to be eating the chicken. Like save the chickens. I want to eat like processed chicken.
I mean, I think it's all processed chicken to be fair, but like.
Purr.
It's so good. So
You
that's
need to think
Dervik,
of it.
Hatcha Dervik specifically.
Hot chat
Very
Dervik.
niche.
Where's Dervik? I've never heard of that.
I mean, it's like 10 minutes from Ballymoney, 8
oh
minutes.
wow. Have you ever? It's Dunloy near you.
Yeah.
Dunloy.
I've been here so long and I'm still so bad at like
Get to the
places.
Chinese in Dunloy. That's all I'm going to
Is
say.
that where you
I'm
go?
not even elaborating on it, but
Okay.
it's popping.
You need to bring that series back.
It's going to come back, hopefully.
Yeah, it was we were locked
Yeah.
in. But I
That
maybe
was-
like branch out.
What, like
Other
of
things
other
other
places.
than just Chinese food?
Chinese? Yeah, because sometimes.
Do you think, does anyone notice here? I remember a video going really viral,
Mhm.
and I can see the North American approach where people were like, Chinese food or Chinese? Because you guys don't say food after
Yeah.
the type of food it is.
Yes.
You say an Indian.
Do you want an Indian? Do
And
you
I
want
always get reminded by, because I've been here for so long, that's how I
Yeah.
would say it. And then friends or family are like, what kind of food? Like, are you not saying the food aspect of it? Like, you're
Yeah.
getting Chinese food tonight? Like, I would have never just said, oh, I'm getting Chinese.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And do you know, funny enough, because I actually made a TikTok one time and I was saying something about Chinese, and I kept saying that, and then it reached like America,
Yes.
and then it got backlash
Yeah.
to video because
It's
I
all
kept
the
saying
intention.
Chinese.
There's nothing negative about it. I think it's just a cultural difference.
Yeah, cultural. Yeah. You should be saying Chinese takeaway or Chinese,
Chinese
food,
food.
Chinese cuisine. It's like,
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, here, I love that Chinese. It's like, well, what's that mean?
Mm-hmm.
You mean in the culture? You mean in a person? Or you mean in, it was very vague.
See, my go-to growing up, we would always get Thai takeaway.
Love a Thai.
We have no Thai up north.
Yeah.
None.
Belfast.
Belfast is a
no.
great option.
Oh,
Belfast
here's
has
a really good
Titanic?
place.
Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah, I don't know
That
if
was a
that's
dad
there
joke.
anymore.
That was
Bow
a
tree,
dad
bow
joke.
tree.
No, that was a
Bow
place.
tree.
Bow tree. Is
It's
that the
really
bow
good.
tree?
Yes, I
Yeah.
went
In the
recently.
Holy Lands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it?
Great.
I think there's another location too.
Oh, is there?
Gorgeous. Really, really
Gorgeous.
good. Really good.
Really good.
Mhm.
What do you get in a Thai?
Oh,
I love a red curry.
I
I'm
love
not
a
gonna
red
lie.
curry. I'm
I
really
love a red
basic.
You know
curry.
what my problem is?
I
I
know.
like a little bit of I want more than just a dish. I feel like I get bored off of a dish.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
Indian food, our family never really gets it, although we love it. Patty's not
Do
a
you
big
not fa-
fan. He wants options. He's like, why would I just get a tikka masala? Like,
Yeah.
that's boring after my 5th bite.
Lamb
And I've. Oh my god! Oh, don't. But you see, with an Indian, though, I find you do need to be in a big group for an
You do.
Indian.
I
because
want a
an
little bit of,
Indian
and then
is
it's
expensive.
amazing. It is.
It is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. Make your own rice.
Okay. Who can be bothered? Like, let's be real. Like, but I think this is, for me, this is the perfect Indian order, right?
Okay.
Chicken jalfrezi, vindaloo, onion bhajis.
You're staying home tonight.
Peel of rice, garlic naan, and then a bit of peshwari naan.
See,
Did I
you're
say masala chips?
no.
Masala chips is the best bit. And
What's
then
a
a bit of
masala
chicken
chip?
tikka masala. I love chicken though. My partner always says, can you order like a different meat?
See, I don't like lamb or.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
A lot of people do.
No.
I think chicken, prawn. I'll go into prawn for
like
Indian, but
prawn,
I don't like
yeah.
beef or lamb. And
I'd be
chicken.
prawn or chicken, yeah.
Yeah.
Beef I find too like tough.
Yeah,
not
really.
a-
Yeah.
I can eat a steak sometimes, but I'm not in the
Do
mood ever
you
really for a beef.
are you like medium well done for your steak though? aren't
medium
you?
rare?
Whoa, Jerry!
Which
that
is quite bad, even though I'm so against
no,
eating.
you
like,
used to be
chicken.
medium well done when I first met you. Like
Really?
Yes, like
I don't know where that developed. That only developed more recently. The medium rare.
your flavors changed
I
every
think,
7 years.
I think more. So I think
I love a steak.
I think it was maybe more. My mom always said that like, whenever she would have maybe said me a steak for the house, she would have been like the steak would have been cremated.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "That's medium well," but my ma's so like E. coli afraid. Did you
Yeah.
get me?
Is
Yes,
there a coli with
every
steak?
Irish
Or
man.
she's, I know you couldn't even. But like
Can you
friends,
not eat steak like beef carpaccio? It's
that's
like
the thing.
raw.
All my friends take the piss out of me, being like, "When are you gonna grow up? You know, you need to move out and be able to like, like you're such a bad cook, like blah blah. Your ma nearly does everything for you sometimes." But my ma, I'm trying to cook, and my ma will be over like she's micromanaging me cooking,
Dying.
and she'll try to like, grab it all out of my hand. She's Tara, like.
I feel like I could be like
think
that
my
with
wee mum, if she
Oscar.
could have it her way, she'd have me back
Would
in the
she?
womb.
Would
And I
she? Would she do that with your sister though?
no.
So I will talk on that. There is something
it's
with
a
like
me
a mother
problem
son.
then,
No,
okay.
no, Oscar's the same. Where
It's
I'm
a
like,
mother-son
oh no, he
thing.
needs help.
What is that about?
I think it's like it is
I
a
remember
thing.
we
It
had
is a
Andrea
thing.
McCarher on. She said the same thing. It's like that.
It's not massive, but there's just like little things where like, oh, he can't do this. Like, let me help him.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know better how to do that. Like
Yeah.
to a girl.
We've discussed like women get on with it better. I don't know. They're more adaptable, or
there
they're
is
more,
a
not
biological.
There must
There
be.
is.
There must
We don't
be.
know enough, Jerry, to
No,
like talk
I
about
see.
it. So
Yeah.
we'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
But they're slight, and I'm aware of it. I think if you're
Yeah.
aware, then you
Yeah.
can
Oh
nip it
no,
in the
I
bud.
am such a mummy's boy. I couldn't even pretend that I'm not.
Oh my gosh,
Everybody knows
Oscar
it.
wants to marry me still.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
Is 6 too old? Too young?
No.
Oh,
He's still a
stop.
baby. He is a
Oh,
baby.
Stop it.
He is a wee sweet.
Would you find, because Sean has one child, Liam, so would
How old is Liam?
Liam's two.
I have a 2-year-old. How's your twos going?
Brilliant. He's actually
He's a good wee boy.
he's a good wee boy.
Yeah.
He's like
That's good.
obviously
He's 2.
at that he's 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He throws a wobbler every now and again.
Don't we all?
But yeah, other he's
Such good crack, right?
yeah, and he's brilliant. And as I was late coming down here this morning because he just kept going, da, like just calls me da, and then and he just wouldn't let me go, and he just kept going,
Oh,
like
stop
getting the
it.
football and trying to play
I
football,
love
and I was
it.
going. And I could hear him shouting every time I went out the door, and I had to keep going back to things.
I love it.
But it's amazing.
It
I
is.
think
It's very
and
rewarding.
it's them wee moments that like you like they do grow up really. I think because like we do see my nieces and nephews so much, and then I feel like I'm such a uncle that I do.
Yeah.
It's nearly like having kids sometimes in a
Oh
way.
yeah,
You're around them so
absolutely.
much, but
Absolutely.
you do notice that like they do grow up very, very quickly.
Well, especially my family because they only see them twice a year. If we're in Canada, or if they come over,
Yeah.
they see the growth
To see the
so
growth.
much better.
Wow.
Like,
oh gosh, yeah.
wee bit heartbreaking when you even like Google Photos like
Yeah.
every night at like 8 p.m. you get like a look at this
Like a
like
throwback thing.
2012 or
Yeah.
you're like oh like
Yeah.
and then you're like oh they're
I
so
know.
little like I don't remember that stage almost if it wasn't documented to a certain degree like
Yeah.
isn't that crazy
I
like
know.
especially with every child like Josie's
Mm-hmm.
2 and I'm like flip Olive is 8
Mm-hmm.
and it's just such a different stage of life and she's now like she's a little girl still but like she's asking bigger questions and like all
Yeah.
it's just such a crazy it is so lovely. I've always been a fan of the next stage like
Yeah.
I think I'm very aware of being in the present and I try to be as much as I can and I don't want to wish away the future. I used to everyone asks, especially in business, like, what's your next 5 years, whatnot. I'm like, I would be happy to be alive in 5 years. Like, I just want to be able to have that connection with people and my family and still grow. But like, I don't know about the next 5 days, let alone the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not okay to have goals and aspirations and dreams, but like, be in the now because you could wish away that now and then regret it in that 5 years and look back and be like, oh,
yeah.
why did
No,
I
and that's
focus
and I
on it?
think this is we're so like I think life does go.
We're so forward
maybe
focused that we
forward
forget about the
yes.
now.
Yeah,
I do believe that.
completely. And it's funny. There was something that you said at the very start of this episode. You mentioned like was it like there was like a milestone, and it was like you were setting like the camera up and maybe like 5 like tissue boxes
Yes,
or whatever,
yes.
and then you maybe got 5K.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then say for instance, since then you've maybe got like say like you reached like a 50K, then a 100K
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
K or
yeah.
and like and all the different milestones, which
Yeah.
is even bigger.
Yeah.
But I bet you like that one was
Yeah.
the one that felt the best. You
I
know,
think
like
it
that
was
was
just
like
like
that.
I did it. Like
Yeah.
starting is always the hardest part
Yeah.
in any capacity, whether that's a business, a fitness school. We can all talk the talk. Patty and I actually say this all the time. It's so easy to say what you would have done differently about someone else's business or what you would have done differently in that relationship or this and that. But if you haven't done it yourself, you
Yeah.
can't really speak on it. You can advise and give your opinion, but you can't
Yeah.
really speak on it. And it's so
Yeah.
much harder doing it
Yeah.
than thinking about it.
Oh, completely.
So much harder.
But it's
But
that-
rewarding too.
Yeah, but it's say for instance, like say if I stop, if I, like we're always thinking the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing
You
that we
forget
don't
about the
maybe be
now.
like when you're saying about the now, and then I sit and think here now. It's like for instance, we're now about to do like a waterfront hall show, and I'm so forward thinking for that there, and then I'm like, wait, whoa, park a minute. Let's take that actually in here a minute.
Absolutely.
Take that really, really in. You're about to do the waterfront hall.
I know.
About maybe like
Crazy.
10 years ago, you were doing Kinturk Hall.
Did you hear me say in crazy?
In
Insane
crazy,
crazy.
did you? And did you?
My brain couldn't figure out do I say
Oh,
insane
stop.
or crazy?
Well, look, we're here for
In
it.
crazy.
In crazy.
In
It's a new
crazy.
word. It's a new word.
Patty always likes to guess which 2 words I put together because I make up words a lot. So he's
So,
like, which one?
but it's, I think that's a common thing, though. But it's
Sure,
for-
I own it. I can't always figure out what word I want to say. So.
No, and sometimes I'm
Sure.
like mush comes out of my mouth. But in that moment anyway, though, whenever I done that, that was my first ever gig, and I remember like the excitement and everything about
Such
it.
an
and, like,
achievement, Jerry.
That one I will never forget.
Yeah.
Like I will never forget that night. It was like I remember like Makeup by Julie was there. I can't remember who else was there, but it was like in Kinturk Hall. It was like a ladies' night thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was unbelievable.
Isn't that amazing?
And like that, the
Did you
thing
feel
is,
super
That was
present?
such a big moment, and when you compare that, maybe say for instance, like selling
Yeah.
out and doing the waterfront hall, like. Like that, but that has so much
Impact,
because
yeah.
back then that was like the. Do
you know what? I think whenever I see
get
videos
so
or
caught up
podcasts or interviews, whether in business or just reflecting on life, I feel like the common theme of the conversation is, oh, I wish I was just more present
Yeah.
in my 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't like avoid those people to follow just my own dreams
Yeah.
and not include them. Like it's always a reflection of like
Mm-hmm.
trying to practice
Yeah.
being more content and present.
Yeah.
And I do think that kind of comes with age too. We
Yeah.
always reflect a little bit more.
Yeah, hindsight's
so
a wonderful thing, isn't
I'm
it?
trying to just really implement that
Yeah.
in the moment and
Yeah.
not be, because I would be like you mentioned,
go
like,
like,
okay, at
"Woo!"
15 I'll do this, at 20 I'll do this, at 25 I'm going to have this, and by 30 I'll have this, and that. Like
Doesn't
I've
work that
always
way.
been,
Yeah.
it kind of has though. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, like
Well,
it has.
well, good
but,
for
like,
you. It doesn't
not-
for anybody else.
not in like a unrealistic things. They were all
Yes.
kind of
Oh, right, okay.
realistic. They were all
Okay.
like, again, risk adverse. Like I knew it
Yes.
was within like a realm of like,
Yeah, your
it could happen.
capabilities or whatever. Yeah.
And I just didn't know any different. I think I probably came off as like a little, oh, well, she really knows what she wants. But I have always
Yeah.
been like that. Like I've
Yeah.
really gone for what I've wanted. And I think it's now okay, I have this.
Mhm.
What else am I looking for? Like where is that self like contentment in
Yeah.
it? And like where am I really happy? And I think identity, having that like rock solid, Patty and I always talk about that because all of this can be wiped away instantly.
Yeah.
It really can just all be taken away. And if you
Yeah.
have like a solid identity outside of it, okay,
Yeah.
who cares?
No, completely. And that's the thing. There's so many things and distractions and pressures and all these different things. And this world is a very noisy world that we live in,
It's
and
very,
a very
fast changing, fast
Yeah.
pace.
It is, and I think that's, to me, change is terrifying for everybody. I think in some way, but I think that like it's learning. I think once you start to realize, how do you put this? I don't want to say like we are such a small fraction of
Small.
this big world,
Mm-hmm.
and once you really realize that, it takes the pressure away. That you're like, right, so just all you have
Everyone's
to
going
do is
through
just
something.
be in it and be present.
Do you ever see those photos where it's like Times Square or like somewhere
Yeah.
in Japan and it's like a little bubble of what everyone's
Yes,
head
yes.
is going through or where they're going to and all this? And
Yeah.
you're like, wow, we don't really think about that
No.
in those moments or in those places.
Yeah.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
Like
And
everyone
that's the
has
thing, that
something
sometimes we're
going on.
warped in our own wee bubble that we don't maybe realize that we can see everything happening around us, but it's
Self-awareness,
it's like outside noise.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, stop. Oh, I've loved this.
I
Okay, so
too.
quick one though. Just anything coming up with Pearl Beauty. So obviously, so how long it's been nearly
It'll be
5
5 years.
years.
In
Oh my God, right?
November,
Wow.
which is crazy.
Where has that went?
Honestly,
Oh
Jerry,
my gosh.
insane. Like the fact that we've even made it to 5 years is such an achievement.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
And I've always loved you see the branding and like,
You're
you see
so
like the creator
kind.
shits that you've done. And you've
Thank
done like
you.
community events as well.
Lots of community
Lots
events.
of community,
yes.
which I love to see brands doing a lot.
Yeah,
It's always
just
seems to
really
be the
focused on that.
influencers. I love
yes.
that.
No,
Yeah.
we
It's
really
about your
focused on
customers.
this
It's about-
year.
Yeah.
So we have a 5-year party, which I'm very excited about coming up this fall.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, like I mentioned, we've really streamlined the brand, so we weren't heavy focused with like launching because the customer is like, I don't know what to do with that product. So what?
Mhm.
Like, I'd rather you just bring out things that are really carefully curated.
Yeah.
So obviously Q4 with any business is
Mhm.
the time to shine. So that will be the next phase over the next couple of weeks. But 2027 is an exciting year. There's some things that will be changing and launching that I feel like will scale the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
where I'll leave it. But still in like a
Right.
Pearl way, not
Yeah.
like extravagant,
Yeah.
not noisy, just everyday.
Yeah.
Minimal impact.
Yeah. But I do think that was such a smart move though, especially at the time whenever you started, because it was like whenever everybody was going for maximalism, you nearly went against the grain.
It's just
which
what
is-
I was.
Which is so aesthetically,
Yeah.
it's not against the grain.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's weird.
It's your everyday.
it's-
Even
yeah.
a maximalist wears an everyday.
Yeah.
So it's still kind
But
of
then
everyone.
that was before like
Yes.
this trend of
It was bringing the North
minimalism.
American
Yeah.
phase probably in before it hit here, which I think it has a bit more, to be honest.
No,
but
completely.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's it's so fantastic like to see you
Thank
do so
you.
well.
Thank you.
You and Patty. But what about does his coffee thing need shouted out? Will we give it to him or
He's
what?
gonna die here.
Will we do it?
Oh my gosh, Patty is a master of like starting something and then potentially not continuing with
So
it.
this is just to
So Patty
encourage him to
does-
keep going
yes,
then, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. This is a shout out, a public service announcement for everyone to follow Irish Patty's coffee. It's a really cute photo of him holding a lamb, and he makes really good coffee. And he edits his own videos. He films
They look
them.
really, really, really good.
Thank you. I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
He doesn't own social media, so then I have to upload it and put the caption out and everything. His sister does his TikTok. And he makes every single song original on AI to the theme of the coffee being made.
Oh wow. Oh
So
wow.
hopefully
Right.
this is encouraging for him to like
Keep
get back
going.
on. Everyone loves Patty.
Yeah,
Like, the
he's
guy
so lovely.
can take
Yeah.
a joke. He
Yeah.
loves banter, loves sarcasm. You can't
Yeah.
not love the guy.
Yeah.
So go give him a little boost of encouragement.
Yes. Oh, stop. And Pearl Beauty as well.
And Pearl Beauty.
Yeah. I-
PearlBeautyCosmetics.com.
I think no.
Unless you have 25K and we'll get Pearl Beauty.
Yeah. Oh, stop it. Look, Elanna, I've really, really loved this. So
Me
I have.
too.
And it's funny, it's like I feel like every time we always do a podcast, it's every guest brings something different. And I feel like, it's very rarely that we will chat to people that actually own business
Yeah.
or like own a business in any capacity. And I suppose there's a lot of people maybe watching this that maybe are wanting to start a business or maybe studying business
Yeah.
studies or maybe they're passionate about makeup or whatever. Is there any kind of like tip or like advice that you would kind of give or like that kind of thing? What's the main thing that I
yeah.
suppose?
I think the two things that come to my head are do it.
Mhm.
Thinking about it won't make it happen. You're going to make mistakes anyways, so avoiding them in your thought process won't change the fact that you will still make mistakes. So just do it if that's something you want to do. And secondly, it's not necessarily like advice, but it's surround yourself with a rock solid team. Like
Okay.
people who really want to see you succeed. They want to encourage you. They can help you where you need it. I think that's so invaluable because everyone has the capacity to do something amazing. But I think when you have a really rock solid community and, just net of people who really truly love you, encourage you, and want to
Mhm.
see you do well, that pushes you to go the distance,
Yeah.
especially in hard times too. So
Yeah. And yeah.
have a good community.
Yeah. And even whenever I look at my own life as well, I feel like it's definitely my circle that's really got me through like the highs, the lows, everything.
Yeah, socials
And
are
it's like,
great, but they're
it's
not
never
there
changed,
with
really.
you.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
You need like in person,
Yeah.
and we couldn't do it without our family, friends, our church. Like we have such an
Yeah.
incredible community that like
Yeah.
that's where I feel like so content in who we are as
Yeah.
people outside of all of this noise.
Yes. Oh, stop. I love that. I love that. Oh, stop.
Jerry, we
And,
always have good conversations.
know,
All our
we always
killed
do.
our,
Do you remember
killed our
when we
vis-
went to
This is me
November?
driving, by the
yeah,
way.
I know. I swear, I just say the whole
We
time.
always
So it is.
chat.
Every time. Listen, we are going to leave a link to pearlbeautycosmetics.com. In the description section, and then a wee link. I think everybody will let you know anyway. There's no
Yeah.
point maybe with the socials.
Irish
is there?
Paddy's Coffee.
Like Irish Paddy's Coffee, okay.
Paddy's
But
Irish
guys,
Coffee.
listen, we are over on Patreon. That is where everything's happening at the moment. We just want to say, obviously, a massive thanks if you have enjoyed this episode. Let us know, give us a thumbs up, and make sure to be subscribing wherever you get our podcast, whether it's YouTube or whether it is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Sean's looking at me. Sean, your face, like, oh, what's that about?
It's hard to read.
I've clocked
I'm
this a lot of times.
Are you happy? Are you mad at us?
Right, hold on a minute. Right,
I'm a little
get into it. Right, do you see it? Do you see what I see?
You're hard to read. I think
You're
he's
very
like,
hard to read. What's that? Like,
he's
really,
hungry.
it really
You're
throws me off.
hungry.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm trying to like.
And the
savor it,
empath
but
in me, it really. Oh,
Have we gone over time?
He's doing something production. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, it really throws
We've
me
embarrassed
off.
him, I think.
That's come up a lot of times. Oh, sorry,
it's
Sean.
very
Yeah, like, isn't it?
like, do you want us to end? Have we missed something in our call out?
Do you think we're shit? Yeah, it
Are
really.
we?
I
Yeah.
think you're all good.
Has any of people in
Clearly,
your
we
circle?
need approval, Sean. So give us approval.
Well, I think
Is it
anybody
doing
that does
great?
all this type of stuff likely needs some sort of validation and approval. So we're maybe very needy. Is that the problem?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll leave it at that. Listen,
Okay,
look.
thanks, Sean.
Sean.
Shout out to Sean.
Sean's so over this shit. Sean, sorry. I always struggle to end it. That's always the problem. I can't
Okay,
shut
bye.
up. There, perfect. Bye.